people who have the grace, who have the moral, and you give them that respect. I don't know much about the men, but I just got the news. Somebody shared it with me, the little I could have. So I said, we need to acknowledge these people. Nigeria will not do that for us. As if in Igbo land we don't have good people, but they are being suppressed. Remember Humphrey Nwosu, Professor Humphrey Nwosu during his own time. Yorubas are doing us this, are doing us that. They will not remember Humphrey Nwosu. When Maradona, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida knows that Biola won the election, he refused to announce it. Humphrey Nwosu still go on and announce the results. That one is nothing to the Yorubas to see it as a credit. But I am talking about the good people in our land. These are the people whom we should respect. This is the people you see, you respect that title, professor. Not this modern one. Oh, China number now. And I'm left and right here. These are the people we need to respect, honestly. So I give credit to these two people, our mother Nenna Oti and Professor. You were the little I just have about him. I have not really studied, but I got a particular write-up. I don't know who wrote it. Because if I got it from a main source of my news, I would have read all those things. But I still want to acknowledge them for standing for the truth. For the truth. This is the things we need to. And you young men who is happy now, you are happy that it is that candidate that they announce. Will you do the same thing? You don't need to be INEC chairman. In your local meetings, in where you reside, will you be doing the same thing, my dear brother? If such position is being entrusted in you, can such quality, can such honesty come out? These are the part of the things we are suffering in this struggle. Ego. Account. These are the things. But this time we'll be pointing up. So these people are the money. Do you know what is millions? Dollars. We are flashed in their faces. Of which they will do it and take police back up. Police will back them up. You can't do them anything. But they said no to it. Go to hell with your ill money. Money you're supposed to use to construct roads, hospital, people are dying. You are trying to use it to bribe my conscience. That my conscience cannot be mortgaged. That is what these professors from Igbo land, from Biafra land display. These two gentlemen, we must respect them. We must respect them. Our mother, Professor Mrs. Nannaya Oti, and Professor Iwe. We must respect these people and acknowledge them. It's not easy. These are the kind of people we are looking for in our land. But this evil, the corruption will suppress them. So we will use the opportunity we have to uplift them. So my dear mom, may God bless you more and more for standing for the truth. Not because we are not interested in an election or whatever. We are not support. Oti himself cannot do anything in a corrupt system. I'll start to be firing him because I'm saying this thing now. Some of us that are extremists, we will get something wrong. As if it's because it is the honesty I see in her. The honesty is what I'm enjoying and is what I want you to learn. The same thing with Professor Iwe. These are the things we need. Yoruba media will not talk it for us. None of them will talk about it. If this woman is a Yoruba man, wow, you will be seeing it, they'll be pushing it now, pushing it up. But if we keep quiet, our goodness will be dying as if we don't have them. There are good people in our land. There are still good people, honest people. Brother, go and get money now. Or go to go and or there octane or now, even $100,000. Irreal struggle already. Irreal the struggle, guy. That is it. In go and on we're gonna get money now, or go and flash just ordinary $100,000. Irreal struggle, we even weary and mad. You keep a many mistake now. That is why I want to take my time. Let's acknowledge these people and thank God for their life. And you, the young ones, we the younger ones, let us follow. These are the people you go for counseling. You go for moral counseling. Ask them to advise you. Counseling is a part of ministry. You go, somebody counsel you, advise you on things. Oh, Hypothesis Zokala is your political father. Rocha Sokorocha is your political father. Nnamdi is your political father. You are a political criminal. You're also a criminal. When these people are the one tutoring you. Yes. If they are the one telling you what to do. They are the one tutoring you. You are a criminal already. So learn from this our mother and from this man. Very, very important. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE 2 coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Ohamadike, one of Biafra land. Today is another Friday. And that is our Friday show as we begin to bring things out. Just as we are hearing, we don't know whether the INEC selected president, whether he's still alive or not, the Jagaban, as rumors is flying, this, that. They should say the truth. Or are they trying to package him? Are they trying to package him and maybe do the same way they do to Buhari, as I said before? Then they should let people know. They should let people know. Very, very important. Let's take this news. Nigeria's president-elect Tinubu stay undergoing medical treatment in French hospital. Nigeria president-elect Bola Tinubu is still being attended to by medical doctor at the facility he went in Paris, France. A top source told reporters on Thursday. Reporters has exclusively reported on Wednesday that Tinubu traveled to Europe to seek for medical care after falling ill following the March 18 election. It had been gathered that Tinubu fell ill after the hectic electioneering that led to his emergence as the president-elect and the tension that built up ahead of the March 18th Lagos State governorship and the House of Assembly election, where he also voted. So these are the news. But the thing is that how is he now? He's not telling us all these things. His own will not be too secretive like that of Yaradua and this President Buhari. So everything should be made open. His own, moreover, is a drug dealer. He's a drug dealer, so he don't have that moral, respect from people and all those things. With all the money stolen and all the billions of dollars stolen this man has made. So there's nothing to hide because nobody is exempt. No, everybody is a compulsory passage. Everybody is inevitable. It's inevitable. Everybody have to pass it. So if he has passed it, no need to use it for politics. They should let. Then if he's still there, then they should let people know also. But all we are waiting for and praying is let something that will happen that will lead to the total and absolute disintegration of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. That is all we are praying, whether it will come from this side or from the other side, because we know that the zoo has shot themselves on their leg and they will definitely pay for it. So from there, the pain will start and zoo will fall. After a very exhaustive campaign, the election season, President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu have traveled abroad to rest and the plan is a transition program ahead of May 29, 2023 inauguration. The president-elect left Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Ikeja, for Europe on Tuesday night. The president-elect decided to take break after the hectic campaign and election season to rest in Paris and London, preparatory to the ongoing Saudi Arabia for Umrah Lesser Hajj. The Ramadan fasting that begins on Thursday. We are watching now. We are watching. That is the same way they told us about that of a Buhari. You remember when Aisha Buhari went for Lesser Hajj? Was wearing black and all those things, and is this season or is this season? So anything can happen. Yeah, is this season? Anything can happen. While away, the president-elect will also use the opportunity to plan his transition program. He is expected back in the country soon. I don't know whether he's back, if he's okay. I see some pictures. People will be sharing some certain things, old pictures and all those things, try to confuse people. So I don't know if he's back. You don't need to share the old one. Stand on the truth. Just stand truth. Report the right thing at that moment. Don't need to, although most of the time bloggers are into all these things. They'll try to draw some traffic. Some people don't know. They try to draw some traffic for themselves, which is wrong. Very, very wrong, which is wrong. They try to draw traffic. On that note, they'll be sharing all manner of things and be confusing people. That is why before you share or go through things, you check the date. Check the date in the computer. Computer don't make mistake. It doesn't change date. It's only in Nigeria where the beavers may try to change the numbers. Computer is accurate. That is it. So we are still watching to see the real truth about the INEC president-elect, Yakubu Mahmoud president-elect, and the games that are coming up. And as people are talking, P2B has gone to court, and the level he took it, it's not just he added all the whole drug and whatever issues. And people are saying whether this man knows what he's doing, whether he's afraid or what, anything can happen. Brother, what we are interested is Biafra. Nothing. Because even if your brother P2B entered here as you are this, that, he will slow our movement. Nigeria cannot favor us. You can't just in 8 years or 4 years build the political strength that will truncate the North. That you can't use it to build for the Igbos, for the Southeast. It's not possible. Moreover, it is democracy. Before you try to do one or two things, you have to go and debate it in the House of Assembly. Only Kanu alone will provide the number of legislative members that will suppress your plan overnight. Let's show for all this issue of airport and whatever. Will you think that he will just announce it like that? The legislative may say no, because of this reason they start debating it, all those things. Before you know it, another time for election is coming. He will abandon everything and focus on his re-election. By the time maybe he was able to succeed the next term, then they will start the Boko Haram attack and all those things. You won't have peace to do anything. Before you know it, you are out of the office. Then you have burned down, you have destroyed our future. That is why we don't like all those. So anything they like, if they like, let him take him to court, say it's a drug deal. If they like, let them kill themselves there. What we are interested is this total and absolute sovereign state of Biafra. That's all. That's all. Those who don't want to live in Biafra land can go. We will help them. Even I will be among the people that contribute money to build house for them in Sokoto. Let them live there. We don't need them. We have enough population that will increase our population, that will make life to be moving on. So if P2B is taken to court and going to that extreme that people are saying that this level you are going, can you survive it? Can you withstand it? And all those things is up to him. It's none of our business, because even the so-called P2B, the so-called P2B will not be merciful to us. If you see him there, you may not. I saw a post. I don't know whether indeed it came from Dele Momodu, and I read it. It said, bringing drug trafficking case of Tinubu to court is the highest humiliation and embarrassment Tinubu will ever suffer in his life. P2B should provide more security to himself, because he is dealing with a dangerous man that can do anything to have his way. P2B should go back and ask Lagosians what happened to PDP governorship candidate led Funsho Williams. Do we remember how that man died? Which means if this write-up, because somebody posted it and write Dele Momodu, I don't know whether he's the one that said it. Truly, people will fly fake news. But if you remember the assassination, the killing of Funsho Williams. the PDP gubernatorial candidate in Lagos then, how the man was eliminated. That is what is referring. So he is the one that killed Funshu Williams, according to Dele Momodu, if indeed is the one that wrote this. Led Funshu Williams for challenging Tinubu's anointed Fashola in governorship race. Dele Momodu, as they put it here. So these are the things we need to P2B need to know. But for me, I'm not interested. I don't worry. Anybody can go down. After all, P2B killed Masobians. He's not a messiah for me, and all those things. So yeah, but if that will give us Biafra, let it be. That is my prayer at all time. That is it. Let's take this news also. This one says Buhari tells close associate he doesn't see himself handing over to President-elect Tinubu. Buhari, rumors are popping out that the impostor may not, in fact, is not willing to hand over. This is the man that he himself fought for. He fought for him to make sure he became the president. If not Jagaban, I don't see Buhari becoming the president. Then it was Jagaban who formed his party. From this party he formed, he made sure that people joined the party. Most of the legislative that time, all prominent people, they joined APC. From there, we remember the story. And that was how Jonathan PDP was defeated. PDP died presidential in the hand of Jonathan. I continue to tell Jonathan that he's a fool. If indeed he knows that he don't have the moral strength to withstand him that time, what he's supposed to do, as long as he's ready to leave the power, he would have looked for another person from the north and say, okay, I'm not contesting, let this person contest from the north, but not this Buhari. Then another north, then PDP will continue and all those things. But Jonathan, good luck. Jonathan is not that man. No, just angro. He's just angro. We must continue. This one, Buhari tells close associate he doesn't see himself handing over to President-elect Tinubu. Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari has reportedly told close associate that he doesn't see himself handing over to the President-elect Bola Tinubu. Tinubu, the All Progressive Congress APC candidate, was declared the winner of the presidential election by the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC on March 1 under Professor Yakubu Momodu from Oxford and Cambridge. But our own professor from local university technology, Owerri, rejected it. We must be bringing all these things. It's not when they catch one Igbo boy who carry drug, then they will prohibit it. Now look, see our own professor, see Nwada Igbo, Mominena Oti. 2 million as they wrote, Yasimba. But maybe Professor Yakubu Mumud, millions, Ubrula. Nobody will be talking it. And you don't want me to talk it? We must talk about it to promote our own people. That is it. We continue. According to INEC official result, 70-years-old Tinubu won in 12 of the Nigerian 36 states and secured a significant number of votes in several states to defeat main challengers Atiku Abubakar of the People Democratic Party and P2B of the Labour Party, who came second and third respectively, while Tinubu pulled to a total of 8,794,726 million votes, according to Professor Yakubu Momood from Cambridge. 76-year-old former vice president who has now run for president 6 times, Atiku Abubakar, scored 6,984,520 votes, and Obi, who is in less than a year, galvanized young voters in a manner some have described as unprecedented, finished the race with 6,101,533 votes. This is statistics from Professor Yakubu Mahmood from the northern Nigeria. This is what he was able to. Why I'm saying all these things is for us to begin to bring their shame out. Nobody talks about Humphrey Nwosu, the braveness. Nobody. Look at democracy today. Now they are enjoying. They were the one who truncated democracy. Buhari truncated it during his time. Ekweme fight for this democracy fight. Do you know what it is? During military era, he formed G34 and all those things, putting his life at risk. Today they are the one enjoying it. These are the things we'll be letting the world to know how evil these people are. It's not it's not good. We must stand. This generation will be exposing it. That professor of Oxford and Cambridge, Yakubu Momudu, rigged the 2023 election. Nobody, listen, nobody in his right mind in Nigeria, this present Nigeria, would decide to go and cast his votes for APC. It's only in the north you can see that. You know, the northerners, they have a way of doing their thing. They are ethnic, they are religious, and all those things. And you know that APC is like their party. They love APC more than any other party. APC, the real name of APC is Arewa Progressive Congress. Arewa Progressive Congress. Not all, forget about that thing. So that is the area you can see people may wake up and cast votes. If not, all these things, all the statistics that Professor Yakubu Mahmood put in place is just lie. Everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. The man is a thief, is a criminal. The sin of Professor Yakubu Mahmood under normal circumstances is not supposed to exist. The sin is so corrosive, is a red sin that need to let him vanish from this planet Earth. But look at our own professor. Look at how good they were. Nobody will talk about them. These are the people I will follow their footsteps. These are people I will talk about. This is the people that merited the title of professorship. Yes. If you are close to all these people, go close to them. Go for counseling. Let them advise you. Look at the numbers they are popping out here. Who will give Tinubu those votes? You see how they strategically rigged the election, be giving him 25%, 25%, 25% in all those states. And after that, they now counted, even though he lose the federal capital. And this thing is just where Professor Yakubu is good in. Evil. But our own professor said no. Our own mother professor said no. We must bring it for people to see how evil. Not every time Igbo man is this, Igbo man is Nyamri, this, that. They are bad, they are this, that. Professor Yakubu Mahmood, why will he collect millions of dollars and rig the Nigeria election? Why will he collect millions of dollars from a drug dealer? From a drug dealer who forfeit $460,000 for 30 years ago. Do you know when that thing happened? It's more than, do you know the worth of $460,000 in account? In account? About 30 years ago, thereabout, when that is, this thing didn't happen this time. Oh. He forfeited that money there. A drug dealer. That is who a professor from the northern Nigeria rigged the election for. From Bauchi State. Tomorrow they will come and play holy. That they are righteous, they are good people. They don't do this, they don't do that. But evil, they are manufacturer of evil. Corruption. I will continue to be hammering on this. You see, Professor Yakubu Mahmood, we will on until Isha. Yes, comparing you with our own professors. That is what I'll be doing. Our own professor refused. The one in Enugu refused to collect bribe. The mother in Abia State refused to collect bribe. And our mother, according to she didn't study in Cambridge and in Oxford. All those big names that make no impact in our society. She didn't. Goodness is in the heart. Our people, we are good people. And we still have them. It's just that it's our politicians that are corrupting most of our people. Politicians are weaponizing hardship, whatever, and making people to dip into evil. If not, it is you in the north that are more corrupt than us. According to the source, the president informed some of his close associates that he doesn't see himself handing over to the former Lagos State governor. You see, this is Buhari, who, as they claim he's still alive, is telling his associate that he don't want to hand over, despite the agreement and despite whatever. They still don't like him. But if it is them, they'll be shouting. You see how bad they are. But if this thing connect to the Igbo man now, Nyamli, that's them, this, da. Look at what he's saying. They have an agreement. He's the one that put him there. Now he don't feel like handing him over. President Buhari may be ready to deal with Tinubu now. He has told his close aides and associates that he doesn't see himself handing over to him in May 29 on the source, from the source. Whether anything you would do, God, please, my prayer is, play this calculation. Whether if to hand him over will bring katakata, let him hand him over. If not hand him over to bring katakata, let him know. That is my prayer. Anyway, God, the way God, did you not see how God do the mathematics? Where election, no election, election, no election, you see? God helped the DOS, they were silent and everything went off. Had it been we put hand, just as it happened in 2019, as you can see the voice of Onyendu going viral. If we put hand, we will say, oh, you left struggle and you put hand into election. Now you lose, you come back. If we say no, they say, oh, you caused him not to win, and all those things. You see how? The same way I'm praying, let God knows how to play this game, whether to hand him over or not to hand him over. Yes. So that katakata go balls, because it is that of chaos we will go, I tell you. If problem is not too high, black man is not ready. He did not disclose why he thought so. Could it be that he is afraid of handing over power to him? We can't say, but his close associates are already aware of this. Tinubu and Buhari relationship was subject of speculation before the primary election of the APC in 2022 and also before February 25, 2023 presidential election. After voting in the presidential election, Buhari displayed his ballot paper to public to prove that he voted for Tinubu. The Central Bank of Nigeria policy, with the express permission of Buhari, had banned the use of the 200, 500 and 1,000 naira note after introduction of the new notes. This mopped up cash from the system following the allegation that some politician has stacked up cash to buy votes. The cash crunch coincides with fuel scarcity, bringing untold hardship to Nigeria. During a rally at the MKO Abiola Stadium in Abeokuta, Ogun State in January, Tinubu said he would be elected Nigeria next president, despite attempt by some person to sabotage his chance in February 25th. Speaking in Yoruba, he said, "Let fuel be expensive, only they know where they kept it. Only they know where they kept it. Keep petrol, keep the naira, we will vote and be elected. You may change the ink of naira note. What you expect will not happen. We will win." All those things Buhari said, Tinubu said, is what they are repeating. But the thing is that the cabal of Asura is somehow skeptical. They are not interested in handing over. They may decide to face the challenge that will come out from this Buhari after this attack, after this action. And what is that? Is to tell you that Buhari is dead. That is the highest thing. They can as well, maybe immediately this impostor hand over, they go and shoot somebody and say Buhari just died after handing over, and they go and bury the person, just as they did in the case of Abba Kyari. You remember the corpse of Abba Kyari? Somebody they said that died of COVID-19. Go and watch that clip. The person is soaking blood. Blood was dripping out. How can somebody they claim that died of COVID-19, blood, fresh blood, they could get one person there and they shoot him and cover the person and go and bury? That is it. So they can still do the same thing. See, before Jagaban will come out and say, no, this man is not Buhari, this man is not. He will just, they say, oh, Buhari just died last night, officially. Then they package one person and anything is possible in Nigeria. And you will believe them because they have made your brain to be moron. Nigerians cannot react. Very difficult to act. Very difficult. Hunger will weigh you down, stupidity, cowardness, all those things. So they can plan everything. The thing is that the news there is that this man is not interested in handing over to Buhari. He's not interested. Very, very important. We must make it very clear. This is Radio Biafra HAUSA-SERVICE 2 coming to you from the platform of Radio Biafra London, under the leadership of one and only Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Ahmadike, one of Biafra land. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only incorruptible leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. He is the director of Radio Biafra and her television, the commander of the armies of Biafra, and the greatest man living on this planet Earth. And this broadcast is coming to you from me, a servant of the Most High, a servant of the indigenous people of Biafra, the firstborn of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and a proud disciple of our leading the person of Chineke. Today is Friday, and it's our Friday show. I will be connecting with our dear brother Mazi Chisom. Mazi Ejikeme Chisom Ejikeme will be joining us for our Friday show right now. Let's see what we have regarding the election and all those things. But today I want us to know that we need to appreciate the INEC officer in Abia State and that of Enugu State. These people, they flash huge amount of money to them and they said, no, go to hell with your money. These are the people you must emulate, my dear brother. And again, these are the kind of people you need to follow. All in Hoju Sokale na charia papariuru, Ihurucha Sokrochi ne Swaria, Ihun Namani, see Ebano. But these people, this kind of people, you will not follow them. I'm making it very clear. These are the people you go for counseling. Moral counseling. Say how don't go down. And they will do that. I will be joining with our dear brother Mazi Ejike. Mazi Ejike, I don't know, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you watching again.
Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you watching again. Clear.
You are welcome, my dear brother. Welcome to our Friday show.
No, sir.
You have the Welcome to our Friday show. You have the mic.
Okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, Biafrans all over the world. Lovers of freedom, our leader is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. DOS remain the highest office in IPOB. Chinedu is the head of directorates. He's the head of directorates. My name is Mazi Chisom Ajuluchukwu Ejike Eme. Mazi, I hope I'm coming out clear.
Loud and clear. Continue. I'm watching it. Any issue, I will let you know. Continue.
Oh, okay. Our leader must be out. Whatever they like to do, let them do. Our leader will be out. To start with what happened in this fraudulent election, we are letting the world to know, and we know that the world know. The world know, and every people know. Even the international community are even putting their hand in rigging election in Nigeria. The APC fraudulent election, the man that got fourth position that later became the governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, in the 7th seat of State House of Assembly. Hope Uzodinma rigged the election with the military, the DSS, the Ebubago, the police, the Air Force and the Navy and the INEC. From that 27 seats, they now reach 26 to APC. 26 to APC. I have never seen where such a thing happen. Even they are blind. Even the rigging, they don't even know how to do the rigging. 26 out of 27 means one seat that remain vacant, unconclusive. That one is from Abom Bise. They wrote unconclusive, and which is very bad. In the normal circumstances, there is no way APC will win even one seat in Imo State. APC cannot win one seat in Imo State. To tell you that what they are doing is selection. When they pay the INEC officials and they will use their military, their police, kidnap those that they will kidnap, kill those that they will kill. Just like what happened in Enugu State. 11 candidates. After some days to the election, they killed him. Not that we are in support of what they are doing, but we want to let the world to see the rottenness of that corporation called Nigeria that is unredeemable. Whatever you want to do, you do. Nobody will redeem that country again. Called Nigeria. When we are telling people to do or to stop wasting their time and follow the movement of that referendum, where you will have your potential, where a child of nobody will become somebody, where everything that God has put in you, knowledge, your everything, where you will use it. That is what IPOB stands for. We see the one that happened in Abakaleke, that APC are not supposed to even win one seat. Did everything to APC. These two states that have APC governors, they will the states to them because they believe their slave masters being the Fulani Caliphate, standing behind them to give them the military and the police and every person and tell them to kill whoever that stand on their way, and they are killing. When you check why this Ebubagu came because of this election, to rig their election and to kill those that will stand against them. Ebubagu came to clear road for them. When you watch all the killings that they are doing, you will see who Opposite will come and say that they are killing only the APC members. Why are they not killing other people members? Which is very lie. Him himself is the one that are killing other people. Once you didn't agree with him, be you who, he will come after you. And they will kill the person and burn his house. So that nobody can challenge him in a time of like this. That's why Ebubagu is there. Actually, have Ebubagu one day arrest any Fulani terrorists? Has Ebubagu one day suspect any Fulani terrorist and arrest him? Talk less of to hand him over to police. You ask yourself, what is it? Why did they form this Ebubagu? The day they formed this Ebubagu, all of us heard what our leader was saying. Our leader wrote series of letters to them how to stop these Fulani henchmen, these Fulani terrorists of raping our women, doing all sorts of manner of things. They didn't reply that letter till today. And once they see that our leader has brought ESN out after some months, and now brought this Ebubagu to fight the IPOB and to be killing our people, to use it against their opponent and the family of IPOB and the innocent Biafrans. This Ebubagu start doing all manner of things. Last week, Saturday, and last 3 weeks, they used this Ebubagu to do what? To rig their election. Uzodinma was in armored tanker moving like he's a military man or an ex-military man or whatever. I don't know what I will call it. That very day. To do what? To scare people out. And people were shouting. Videos are everywhere. To show the impunity and the rottenness of this government and Nigerian people. Now, they also now are wanting to go strike on 29th, where they use the professors to rig the election. How can a professor, well-read man, before you became a professor, you know what it means? How can you rig election for somebody that don't have secondary schools at O level? You will rig election for him. At the end of every month, the lowest senator are going home with. The lowest money that senator are going home with is more than 30 million naira. Then how much is lecturer Kanu they give him every year as in salary? After some days, they will do what? Go strike. When you watch the system of that country, they start teaching children how to manipulate, how to cheat from your primary school till you will write first school leaving certificate, till the person will write junior WAEC and senior WAEC. That's why you see some parents will take their child, say this is special center, where the person will do work, will score high in JAMB, where nobody will monitor them. You come with your textbooks, you write whatever, you do your expo and editing, and they think that they are helping the child, showing the child how to steal. That's why we say that Nigeria is breeding criminals and terrorists. That's why you see terrorists and criminals everywhere. That's why they are giving blankets to Fulani terrorists for them to calm down well. And the innocent people that are fighting to liberate themselves are now be the actors, are now be the suspects, are now be the killers, are now the people that they are using to test their experiments. Their jet fighter, their AK-47, whatsoever and whatsoever. That's why you see people when the court has said, I have discharged and acquit, they will still hold on the person. They will still hold on the person. A lot of our people are there today, languishing, having problem. That's why we say that this country has gone beyond redeemable, beyond where you cannot see anything good to do there again. That's why IPOB, thank God for the wisdom he gave to the DOS, for them to clean their hand from their fraudulent election. If not so, today people will be blaming IPOB. I so much thank our team that they have tested today. They have seen the work of INEC. You will see the UK government will say they sanction them on visa, not to come to their country. That is rubbish. That is rubbish. How many persons ever, which of the politicians has ever cried one day that they stopped him not to come to UK? Whatever that is in UK is in Asia country, even more better than the Asia, more than the UK. Most of them are going to Arab countries to do their business, to buy their houses. So the sanction they are imposing on them is of no use to the commoners. For you to know that that is what they are doing. And you will see them still sneak and go to that country. Nothing will happen. It's just a paper word. We sanction them. Okay, bring their children back. Bring their children back. They have houses in London, have houses in America, they'll have houses in Germany. Bring their children back. Seize those houses that they have. Last time they can come and say they found how many 60-something houses owned by Nigerian politicians, unidentified. Till today, we don't know how they died it. When a criminal, when somebody stole something like television and bring to somebody to buy, who is supporting the person to go and steal? Is the buyer. That's why in the court, person that bought that stolen property will go 10 years. Then the person that steal, we can go only 5 years. So these people are the people are doing what? Supporting the rottenness and everything in that country. That's why they're still holding on our leader till today. Because he's saying the truth. That's why they're still holding him up till today. Which is very, very bad. Which is very, very bad. That strength you are using, shouting will be obedient family and everything. Convert that your strength and come and stand with your people. Come and stand with the IPOB. That is the only hope. That is the only people that will speak for you. Have you asked yourself, everything they have done to our people in this fraudulent election in Lagos, which of the people which of the group, which of who have ever come out, all the intellectuals, all the professor emeritus, how many of them has come out to condemn what they are doing to our people, burning our businesses, killing our people, shooting gun? Only one man. They know this man that are doing this thing. But then take mood. What Ohaneze can come out to say is that they are voting APC. Ohaneze in Lagos. So shameful of them. Very, very shameful of them. When you see a father that beating your son or your child, you will overlook the person beating your child. How can your child regard you as a father? How many of the Yoruba parents that came out and condemned this thing that the Yorubas are doing? Some people say it's APC talks. I don't call it APC talks. I call it Yoruba. I don't know how any other person can take it, because if it's in our own now, Ohaneze will be doing what? Writing statements. Ohaneze will be coming out. Every people will be coming out. You will see them coming out, jumping, condemning. But these people, nobody is coming out openly to condemn what they are doing. Even the man that they call Obi has never even tweeted on his Twitter about the business and everything that they have spoiled. He has never done it. That is why when you check and see everything, you see there is no hope. Where you see hope is where you will go to. Is where you will rely on. I don't know how long our people will keep on talking to them for them to understand that nothing on this earth that will give you joy than freedom. We have this opportunity to have somebody like Mazi Kanu and the IPOB leadership. It's an honor, a very big honor for you to be an IPOB member, to be among this race, to be among this generation that are fighting for the freedom of his own people. You people don't understand what it means. It's more than gold and silver. When you watch why our leaders are still there up to today, after all the promises and everything they have given to him, he said no, the freedom of his own people. People don't know what is freedom. If our people understand the magnitude of this freedom, what you gain in freedom, I don't know. Nobody's supposed to talk to them more than 10 seconds for them to come, for every person to join and make sure that our nation come sooner than later. Today they have blocked everywhere where we have our seaports. During the time of imperialists, where they are coming to our land, we are not going to Lagos to trade with them. Some people don't know. We are not going to Lagos to do trading with the Portuguese, to do trade with the Arabs, to do trade with the Europeans, with the UK and other part of the EU countries. They are coming direct to our own doorpost to purchase the crops that they get in our place, that attract them to come to our place. Many people don't know that we have all those seaports well built, surround the Biafra land, surround the Igbo-speaking Biafran. You go to Azumili, you will see it. You come to Enuguzo 1, they are showing it in everywhere today. You go there, you will see the seaport. You go to Calabar, you will see it. You come to Ikorobasi, you will see it in Ikorobasi. You come to Ibuno, Eket Ibuno, where they have mobile. You will see it. You go many places, you will see it. Go to Akwete, you will see it. You go to Abakaleke, you will see it. But they stop all these things so that there will be no anything like foreign, like anything like federal present our own in Biafra land. Only federal present in our place. That even Ekweme brought. The first thing Ekweme did in our place is that people don't know. He brought prison yard in our place. That was the first investment that Ekweme did. as an architect, after designing Abuja, what he brought to us is prison yard. The first federal present. The next thing is police station and army barrack and checkpoint. The tax and the toll gate we are paying in our land. People don't know we have toll gates. Each police checkpoint is toll gate in Biafra land. If they told you how much they are generating in those toll gates, where they are collecting money from our place, that is the federal present that is in our own land today. But in the north, you will run more than 200 to 300 kilometers, you will not see any one checkpoint. In the heart of the Boko Haram and terrorists, you will not see anything there. They stop everything so that our people will be going to Lagos. Our people will be going to Lagos. This is systematic thing that they did so that nobody will be back home. Every people will be going to Lagos. You finish your school, do your youth service, you must go to Lagos or you go to Abuja. No embassy, no international airport, no seaport. The remaining seaports that are doing like maybe is working little. The one in Calabar, Honeywell in Calabar, they give it to who? Dangote. Dangote is not that Dangote is importing cement. They are bagging those cement. Not that he's producing anything. No. He's not producing anything. He's rebagging cement. When you go to FOT, you go to FOT on there, they give it to Intel and Predeco. Who owns Intel? Atiku Abubakar. Who owns Predeco? Atiku Abubakar. Who owns Zinet? Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar is there, doing his own business there. Your container cannot come there. Then when you go to where they call Abolima Wharf, MPA Abolima Wharf, they still take it again. Where Ibeto is there, they stopped him. They still give it to Dangote. Dangote is still using those places again. Then you go the one in Okreka. That is where they are taking the product out, bringing some badge to offload the PMS and DPK. Today they are not offloading there now today again. Refinery is empty. People working in refinery, nobody there again. Every month you collect your salary. They are taking this product, they are paying subsidy to. They are taking it to private depots. Then they will be having excess money in that private depot. They close everything that will make the Biafrans to survive. People think that the war has ended. The war has never ended. The war has never ended. Systematically, the war, they block everything, land and sea. Amechi that is gallivanting today still went to Kaduna and built dry ports to them, dry dockyards to them. How can, if it's no wickedness, how can you go to a dry land, a desert, and say you put dry seaport, dry port? Whoever had such a thing in this earth, where you have the natural seaport, natural, well, organic, designed by God, just to put your house, allow the vessel to come in there, even closer to Atlantic Ocean than the one in Lagos, both in deep and in everything. Even the highest jumbo vessel are not even coming there. They hang in the high sea. They will use the small one, go and be taking containers and other things coming to the seaport to offload. They have banned everything. Even the one of stockfish. When Obasanjo came, he banned stockfish and okrika, the second-hand clothes, because of our people are making use of it during the importation of it. They banned it and call it contraband. When you bring it in, they smuggle it in, you will pay high cost. You will pay high cost rate for you to clear it. And all in Lagos. Only that little small Lagos. Lagos is the smallest city. It's the smallest. A landmarks has 3 seaports. 3 seaports in Lagos. they approve it. When the Yoruba man want to do like he understand himself, the Caliphate and the British will tell them, when you allow this thing to happen, we will open the whole seaports in Biafra land. Yoruba man will say, no, instead I support for what is going on. They're using that seaport to threaten them. For them to do what? To keep silent. Last 2 weeks, even when they opened the Oporoko to go, they still went back among the 40-something contraband goods. Oporoko were not there. They now put Oporoko. When the stock exchange, the CBN now closed the window of that stock exchange. The ambassador of Lowell started advising Nigerians. When they asked why did they stop Oporoko, did Oporoko have any effect? No. If we will remember when our people used Oporoko during the war, the little one that carried that are salty to use and cook food, the man asked, is there any effect of this Oporoko? They say no, that the farmer, their own fish farmers are complaining. The ambassador and the ambassador now told them that this Oporoko don't grow in Nigeria, cannot survive in Nigeria because there is no snow. Snow are not falling in Nigeria. So there is no way the farmers will be complaining about Oporoko. It's another different type of fish that only survive where there is snow. And in Nigeria there were nothing like snow. So why will they be talking about to stop Oporoko? That they should open the window for the exchange so that the trade business will be going on. This is nowhere ambassador to Nigeria. Then when this meeting in Port Harcourt, then when you check the fish that the farmers are trying to complain, the fish is where the crude oil has destroyed the farmers' fish. No fish there again, has killed all the pollution, has killed all the whole fish there. Then this one that our people will survive with, this present government went and closed it so that all those things will not be coming in. Then you ask them, which one are they producing? Which one are they having? No one. They don't have anyone. To encourage those that are making it, they say no. For people to see the kind of wickedness that is in our place. The kind of wickedness that is in our place. That's why we are telling our people back there in Lagos, there's nothing you will do there today. They will not try to do what? To destroy it. They will try to find way to destroy it. When you go and read about the Zionists, you read about the merchant of Venice. Everything that the Israelites, the Jewish, did in Europe, when they are thinking that they are Europeans. When the time of Adolf Hitler came, they now know. Formerly, when they killed in Holland, people in Germany will say it doesn't concern them. But that day that made the history of this Holocaust, 6 million Jewish were killed. That day their eyes opened. They know that they are not Europeans, that they have to go back to their home, that they have states where they will call their own home. Because if you don't have any place you call your own home, you will be manipulating. If you don't have where you go at the end of the day, nobody stands for you, nobody can speak for you, you are nobody. Then I remember that they will go home. Then I remember the Zionists. Just as people are remembering the IPOB like the Zionists then, shouting with the loud voice, the way our leader and our presenters are shouting. Some people thought that they are joking till that day. Then I remember, they forgot everything that they built. They forgot their investment. They say no, life first. That's why Igbo man in our adage say that na ndo kariri ye azuya. They now remember that they will go and build their own home to get their own state. When they get their own state and their own home, they say, never again you will kill any Jewish in all over the world and go free. They put it because they have home, because they have government, which they made the law with their own language, not to interpret for anybody. The language, they made everything in their own language. So there's no way you will come and speak long grammar. They will say, they will not understand. Both the old people, both the young people, they made it in their language. And this Israel stands still today. So people should not be discouraged in anything. Even the UK government were against them. The UK were against them. Many people were against them. But today, many nations today want to be a friend of Israel because they have a place where they are coming from. So for our people back there in Lagos, you make the haste and try to do what? Systematically. When the traders say they are coming back home, it's not something you will come start shouting online. You people have your meetings, start doing it. You don't come online to start saying anything you want to do. You will do it on your own. Tell your people will be coming home gradually. We have a lot of places. You go in many places in this world, many shopping mall, how many story building? Nothing that cannot contain. If Lagos can contain, that small place can contain 3 seaports and other things. How about our own place? How about our own place? People that host the World Cup, how many kilometers? In country, how many are they? They are not up to 5 million. They are not up to 5 million. Their land mass is not up to 2,000. But they host the World Cup. They host the World Cup. Only Ebonyi State is more than that. Only Ebonyi State is more than that. Only Imo State is more than that. So what are we afraid of? We have the people who say we are landlocked. We are not landlocked. They are just trying to bring those things for our people to know. Even though we are landlocked. Even though. Is it that something that will make us not to go our own place? Austria is landlocked. They push their goods. They export their things through Germany. They export their things through Germany. Does it make them not to reach? Does it make them not to take care of their own people? It doesn't stop them from what they want to do, not to be a nation. So our people will be taken wise to come back home so that your potential and everything will be complete. I used to say this anytime I come on the radio. Everybody on this earth came for a purpose, and you must complete what you came here to do on earth. If you didn't complete it, you will be querying for it. You will ask for it. Because what they brought you to come and do here, you left it and start doing other things. Start doing other things. Where you're supposed to speak for your people, you will not speak. Today, Ojo Zokalo is shouting on top of his voice. Because the trap he set has caught him. People don't know, you will not eat your cake and have it. Ojo Zokalo were the first man that came out and started shouting. Muslim ticket is nothing. After all, Bola Tinubu's wife is a pastor. Is he not a Christian? He's a Christian. But today, to show you how selfish these men are, today, Ojo Zokalo are shouting that it's not good to take Senate President to give to a Muslim. That he will look, Nigeria will not be a secular state. Because it has gone to him today. He's shouting, if they do it, Nigeria will not be a secular state because he wants the Senate President to be the Senate President. You ask him, how many bills has Ojo Zokalo passed or sponsored as a senator? How many bills has he sponsored? That is the question they will be asking him. The same Ojo Zokalo came to the channel television 2016. Tell the whole world that he is not an evil leader. When he tried to discredit what IPOB are doing, he said he's not an evil leader. He said it. But today, Ojo Zokalo occupied the evil position in Senate. In Senate. Shouting today that his people will support him to be the Senate President. Because it has gone to him, he says he's the most qualified. I don't know what qualifies him. He still said it how many days ago that people should not look at him in clothes or his name as an Igbo man. They should look him as a Nigerian. They should look him as a North. They should look him as a West. They should look him as a East. This is the way they always stand to speak to the public so that their master will be happy with them. And they forgot that the position they are there is our own position. He say he will be the Ibere Senate. Ibere has no Senate. Ibere has no constituency. That is Abia North constituency. That is the position, and Biafra seat. That is where you are sitting there. Sometimes our people will see what they're supposed to do online. They will left it, start doing prank. They will let it start following comedians. They will let it start following fashion parade. Start gossiping. Going where they are showing nude pictures. Where you have an important thing to do. To come to that man. To come to that evil man. Evil man. To come to him and tell him where you are sitting is our position. No matter, we don't care about what they're doing, but we care to watch them and see what they're doing. We have the right to recall him back. If that state, that country is a place working, we have the, since he denied that he's not an Igbo leader, we have the right to call him back, to withdraw him back. So let him go to wherever he belongs and go and represent them, because this seat he's occupying is our own seat. As long as we are still in Nigeria today, fighting to liberate ourselves and restore back our nation. Because Biafra is not a new nation. We are going for restoration for what they have collected from us. So we have the right to tell him, come back. You are not there for us. HAUSA-SERVICE was in the Senate. The day they are passing the bill of the railway, everything, Ike Kuremadu say he went an errand in Lagos. Nobody challenged to ask about the Eastern Nigeria, our own train station. But the money they went and borrowed in China, all of us will pay. They designed the railway how it will go. No one come to our side, but we have 15 senators in that evil chamber. No people remember. They exclude us. Go the first one, go the second one. And people are watching. HAUSA-SERVICE now remember Sakla State, where you go to Security Council meeting. There's nobody from our place at in that Security Council meeting. HAUSA-SERVICE has never remembered to tell them, you say it's a Sakla State, but because he wants to be a Senate president, he only wants his own. So self-centered man, so greedy man, telling the world that school in Medugri, you do this in Medugri. When HAUSA-SERVICE was governor, he went and renovated UNIMED, University of Medugri. He went and renovated that University of Medugri. So we ask him, what has he done in Abia State or in the entire Biafra land? HAUSA-SERVICE has never done anything. HAUSA-SERVICE is a shame to what they call democracy or whatever they call it in Nigeria. It's a shame because the only thing you will remember HAUSA-SERVICE is for him to hijack the Bakassi boys and use it just as Hope Uzodinma are using the Ebobago to hijack and start killing innocent people. That is all he achieved. Bloodshed everywhere. And I'm blaming those people that are making themselves a willing tool for all these criminals. Because HAUSA-SERVICE cannot come down and do this dirty job. The only people that are doing this dirty job is commoners like me and you. And you will not see him child, you will not see their children. But they are using you. After they use you, they will dump you. They will change their phone number. You cannot have access to them again. You will become out. They will still send assassin to you because you know part of their secret. That is current what Hope Uzodinma is doing today. They will come after you and make sure they take the person out of the road. I want you to ask, who is that Onyame that do the second confession in DSS custody in Owerri? Why did they tell us that second confession that he did? Why are they keeping him in their DSS custody? Why not take him to court? Why not take him to court? Prosecute him and take him to court. From there now you will see they will leave him, take him to one Arab country, buy house for him, ask him not to come back again. He will remain there forever. Start new life. That is what they are using them for doing. And some people are making themselves so cheap for all those things. That's why they are keeping our place to be so hungry. There will be no job. There will be no business. So that whenever they bring even 1,000 naira, you will collect and do the dirty job. And you don't know that you are destroying your future. You are destroying the next generation. That is why our leaders are suffering today. That is why our leaders are in their custody today. That is why they are denying him water to drink. When he's thirsty, they will not give him water when he wants to drink. That's why they don't allow him to see the sky. Think about it. And all these promises that they have given to him. He rejected everything. Still stand where he is today. Getting to 2 years. And you are having fresh air. You are going to Biafra, you chop copy. You do all that minor thing. But this man left his family and everything. He left his family and everything. He left his family and everything today for the freedom of his own people. That's why we used to call him the greatest here on earth. And people don't know why we call him such name. People don't know. Nigeria are not for you. You cannot achieve anything in Nigeria. Sometimes people think that to build a duplex, use SUV car, put your child in school, that is all you came on this earth to do. No. Those things are jara. We call it jara. In a working government, in a civilized world, a working government, those things that you are taking as a big thing is the first thing that you will achieve as soon as you came out from university or high school. That is the first thing that you will get from the government. Ask yourself, what have you ever gained in or get in that government, that corporation called Nigeria? They are using everything in your backyard. Feeding the Europeans, and you are dying, fighting to get visa to travel there. When you get there, the highest work you do there is to be cleaning their old people pampers, cutting flowers for them. Where our politician children go to nightclub is where we are going to clean, to have your daily bread. When they sick, they travel just as your Jagaban has traveled to France to go that they will inject him more for him to strong again. Then from there he will have his trip to UK where he will talk with the Chief Justice of Nigeria, the CJ of Nigeria, so that then we discuss how he will do what? Judge and handle the case. For you to see there is no hope. A man that his hand is shaking, if a man's hand is shaking, at that age, a man at that age, deciding for young ones, a man that don't know anything happening now, an analog man, deciding for the digital children, the computer age children, an analog man is deciding your future for you. How can, if it's not a blind place, how can such a thing work? How can such a thing work? A man that if he want to pronounce his political party, he will pronounce another political party. Is it the man that will go security summit in New York? Is it the man that will be going all over the world to do what? To have business with other people, free trade with other people, mutual friend and mutual communion with other nations? It's a disgrace. And people are supporting evil. We stand for revolution. We have to go. We have to go. So that we can have our prestige. So that our passports will not be rejected in the world. Because Nigerian passports are rejected in the world. Whenever be you who, once you use that passport, you are a suspect. Have you think about it? Have you think about your children? The future of your children, your offspring. You never think about that. You never think about that. The 3-hour promise. Nigeria has never done one. They have never done one. When I screw online, I saw where they say ISIS is coming to arrest Putin. I put to them that those that commit genocide, they say he committed war crime. I am not putting to them those that committed that the same war crime that they claim that he commit. Person like Gowon is still alive. Person like Buhari is still alive. Babangida is still alive. U.Y. Danjuma is still alive. Those people we can see today, Abdul Salami Abubakar, when they are promising them, you capture Onitsha double portion, you capture Olu double portion. Didn't the same Olu that you see who Uzodinma is fighting, trying to destroy that our chief will not allow? That's why we are calling people, especially in Olu. People don't know what is going on there. When you know what is going on in Olu, that they using when you capture Olu double portion, you capture Aba double portion. Those sensitive places in Biafra land, people don't know why they are using it. When you capture them, you will be a double portion. They give them all their double portion. T.Y. Danjuma, they give him almost all the whole oil well in a year. Buhari, they give him his double portion to come back. Obasanjo, the same thing. Babangida, they made him what he is. Even in his wheelchair, he decides what happened in Nigeria. People don't know. People don't know. When you come out to contest, as long as you are among them, they will give it to you. They will give it to you. It's very bad. People like Ike Nwachukwu, they give him his own promise. That's why you see they put Abia State University. That was his own settlement for killing his own people. That was his own settlement. And for him to go comfort. How can your own killer, that is why our leader is shouting, how can your own killer, people like Ike Nwachukwu, people like Ojus Okano, we go and stand to make law for you. People that are killing us, we are going to stand to make law for you. What will they make for you? How can they stand for you? Our enemies to stand for you. Your enemy to cook food for you. It's poison. It's poison. Biafrans all over the world, time for us to stand up. When we are fighting individual, we go nowhere. But when we fight as a team, we have our victory. That's why they want to destroy the IPOB leadership. Because of that unison. When we stand up and move. No looking back. That's why they want to bring disunity. That's why you see them bringing fake things. That's why you see them provoking both our lawyers. They are provoking them. Making them to say no. That they don't want again, that the insult is too much. That is, if you watch what he's doing carefully, you will see that that is what they are doing. But I thank God when our leader says some people were born for this. Some people were born for this. Those that they call that are not rooted, are not made for this, that they will fall out from the road. That they will fall out of the road. I thank Biafrans all over the world. Our leader must be out. Our leader must be out. I thank the leadership of this great movement. And I and my family, We are very happy today to be one of the IPOB members. Wachineke, may God bless you. Ndewo, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for this wonderful rendition you have given to us. That's our dear brother Mazi Chisom Ejike. Thank you, and may the Most High bless you. Keep it up. Every Friday show, he always joins us to give us the history and the things happening. And we have heard how he analyzed the election that took place, or selection that took place in Biafra land, and how all our governors tried to rig election. In Imo State, you can see it. The kind of rigging they are doing these days is something you know that is wrong. How HAUSA met the whole State House of Assembly, all of them are APC. I have never seen this kind of rigging before. I wonder who in his brain in Igbo land would take his vote and decided to go and cast for APC. And now we are hearing that even Ebonyi State is like the one there. These things are the riggings of these political criminals that I'm telling you that these people need to be eliminated completely. And the one is just to bring evil to us, just to do their intention every day. What will I do to please my slave master? And we cannot continue in that. That is why we are encourage everyone. Make sure you are part and parcel of the movement. Make sure you are part and parcel of the movement of Biafra restoration. That is the only way. That is why I continue to encourage everyone to be like these gentlemen that have shown some certain example. Before I round up, I would like to round up with, I now got the text of what somebody wrote regarding the professor, the one that handled the Enugu Collation Center. I love these people. Let them emulate from them. His name is a Professor Madbisi Ofo-Iwe. Professor Madbisi Ofo-Iwe. And this person wrote, what we have seen happen in Enugu State, both in the presidential and the governorship election, is a major reason Christians should aspire for high-ranking position in the society. The Bible said that we are the light of the world, but the truth is that the higher the position of the light, the larger the circumference of the coverage. If you are a light and you are placed under a bushel, then how many people will give the light to? If you are a light and you are kept in your village, it is fine, but you already know you can't light up your state capital before we talk of Lagos or Abuja. Professor Madu Iwe is a Vice Chancellor of Michael Okpara University of Agriculture, Umudike. He served as the State Collation Officer of Enugu State in both presidential and governorship election. In the presidential election, he refused every offer to manipulate the figures. And in the governorship election, he took it to another level altogether. According to report, Kanu East result was the most compromised. Accredited voters was about 7,000, but you are bringing a result of over 30,000. He said it is not correct and that they have to go and bring the correct result. The forces that be started pressuring him into declaring the results that way. But he stood his ground and insists that he cannot declare what he knows for sure is not correct. Are you listening? We are talking about a professor from Igbo land, from Biafra land. This is not Yakubu. This is not Momudu. This is from Igbo land. That's why I want to promote them. Yes, Professor Iwe could do this because he knows he did not collect one kobo from anyone except the official allowances INEC approved for him for this assignment. He refused to collect a dime. He stand on his salary. He stand on his salary. He's from Igbo land. Yes. Oh, Igbo Kobo. The Biafran. Imagine all the collation officers across the country are like Professor Iwe. Imagine if INEC chairman is another Professor Iwe. He can never be. The INEC chairman is a criminal. INEC chairman Professor Yakubu Mahmoud from Bauchi State in the northern region of Nigeria is a criminal. He is a criminal, powerful criminal. He can never be like Professor Iwe. Despite he acquired his certificate from Cambridge and Oxford. All those things are rubbish. An evil man is an evil man. And a good man is a good man. We have good people. It's just condition. As they weaponize evil, our people will be yielding into evil. As if that is our nature. Imagine if the outgoing governor of River State is another professor in Kanu demon. They have Fulani they will just remove your boxers. You are gone. Forget about him. Christians not to rise up to the challenge is not just seeking to make heaven, but becoming more relevant while on earth. Don't religionize this thing. Christian or whatever. You could be Christian and be a criminal. Wiki is a Christian, is a criminal. Oju Sokali is a Christian, is a criminal. Nnamdi Chumaroki is a Christian, is a criminal. What's his name? The one that is giving Nnamdi money is a criminal. Okezi Pazu is a criminal. Obiano is a criminal. He's a Christian. So be good in your heart first. Be a good person. Before all this religious doctrine or whatever. Love God. That is how what I can correct in this write-up this gentleman wrote about Professor Madu Iwe. Christians not to rise up to the challenges of not just seeking to make heaven, but becoming more relevant while on earth. As from Professor Iwe, I am not surprised. He is a man I know personally, and what he can do. He is the national chairman of the Scripture Union Nigeria. Of course, you can't expect less from him. May God give our generation more men like Professor Iwe Kachi Obunna, the writer. Exactly. May God give us more people like Professor Iwe and Professor Nenna Oti. These are the kind of people we need to honor in our land. During the presidential election, they were there. Money were flying left and right. They refused to collect. Governorship, the same thing. We need to bring these people to the limelight. We need to honor them. These are the people you follow. That will be your role model. They're supposed to be your mentor. Not criminals. Not criminals. This is why you don't have road, you don't have water, because you will not listen. Because they don't have heaven and earth. They don't have every money. If you go for him now for counseling, maybe after counseling he give you a bottle of Coke in his office and you go. But if you go to Ojo Sokala and he mess you up, he give you millions. That is why you go there. Because you value money more than any other success. Value money more than any other success. This is what is destroying our generation. And we are here to stop it, because we are entering into a promised land, which is Biafra. We will not enter with all those things. Very, very important. Brother, in conclusion, if you that is jubilating in these two states now, don't care who wins there, you that is jubilating over what Professor Madubisi Iwe and the Professor Nenna Oti did the good job. If you are the one there, will you do the same thing that makes you joy? That is the question I want to conclude. If you made the same thing hammer with Egonila and threat, will you do the same thing? Now you are jubilating that is your candidate you voted, that finally declared by the INEC coalition officer. Obrogun one with the whole ego and the threat. Will you do the same thing? Is a question. You see how joyful you are because somebody stood. Somebody stand. He refused. He resisted everything. That is why you are happy. Can you be the same thing? I always remember Mahatma Gandhi and his quote. He said, be the light. Be that light you want others to show in the world. Be that light you want to shine in this world. Be that light first. If all of us will be like that, enemy cannot see way to penetrate us. Again, enemy cannot see way to penetrate us. Even surprisingly, in our struggle, you hear all those kind of things. Criminals everywhere, mingling with politicians, collecting monies, and all those things, despite the blood of the innocent that have shelled on the street. Use these people as a role model and as your mentor, and you see things will change. They are even better than some of your pastors. Some of your pastors, they are better than them, and some of your imams and some of your native doctors, they are better than them. Thank you very much for being part of this broadcast. Today is just our Friday show as we bring it to an end. Continue to tune to Radio Biafra and you will learn a lot as well, and also allow what you have learned to begin to work in you. That is the thing. I always like what this woman from Lebanon said, Bridget Gabriel. He says not just only talking but doing the work. You need to work what you have had. You need to work what you have had. As you have had the word, practicalize it, allow it to work. Thank you very much as we round it up with a word of prayer. Father, we thank you for everything. We thank you for the life of our leader. We thank you for the Eastern Security Network. We thank you for the DOS. We thank you for IPOB all over the world. And we thank you for Biafra restoration. Heavenly Father, we say, hallowed be thy name, O Lord. Take glory, Almighty God. Take glory, Abba Father. Be thou exalted, Lord, my Lord and my God. Blessed be your holy name, Abba Father, as we make this prayer in the mighty name of your beloved Son, Yeshua HaMashiach. And I leave you with this word. The Bible says, do not weep any longer, for I will reward you, says the Lord. Your children will come back to you from the distant land of the enemy. Jeremiah 31 verse 16. Shalom.
You true got it. Cascades on it. When Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. When Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do do do. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do do do. They deny themselves from being Nigerians, separated themselves from being Nigerians. No more president in Nigeria, no more governor in Nigeria, no more senator in Nigeria. Oluwado do do, grant them freedom. Do do, give them freedom. When Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. When Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gizagata, Biafrans are pleading for freedom. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do do do. Freedom of fire, freedom of fire, freedom of fire, do 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 do. Killing every day is not the best. Regular killings every time is not the best. Bumpy everywhere It's not the best. Shooting all the time. Oh, it's not the best. For how long? See our people they die. For how long? See many people they die. Oh Lord, when will this stop? Nigeria they go to Gizagata. Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gizagata. Biafrans are pleading for freedom. You and Nigeria they go to Gizagata. Biafrans are calling for freedom. Nigeria they go to Gizagata. Biafrans are pleading for freedom. Freedom on fire. Freedom on fire. Freedom on fire. Do. Freedom on fire. Freedom on fire. Freedom on fire. Do. Nnamdi Kanu fight for freedom. God will surely give you way. Nnamdi Kanu fight for freedom. God must surely give you way. Biafra is the rising sun. Rising sun. One day Biafra will get their freedom.
Once again, we welcome you to hopefully a very illuminating, very enlightening, in-depth lecture, tutorial, and enlightenment series that most people are very proud of all over this very planet Earth. I welcome you, each and every one of you. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you. Because this very radio station, this very platform ordained by heaven itself is listened to right across every time zone, every continent on this very planet Earth in well over 160 countries. I welcome you, and as always, as I do so, I encourage you to welcome those who are around you. You must bring your pen and your paper with you. You must bring at least a dose of common sense with you. You must be of a very discerning mind, an analytical person or persons as the case may be for those of you who are listening in groups. You can join us this evening, of course, via Facebook Live. They will suppress the numbers if you're kicked out of my Facebook page, which they are going to do, because Facebook is very corrupt and they are working for the sustenance of the damnable zoological republic, which is a terrorist state. They support terrorists. They are promoters of neocolonialism, and of course they are also beholden to those who are corrupt and holding on tenaciously to power in Africa. If Facebook kicks you out of my page, then you have IPOB Community Radio. Those of you who are in Biafra land, besieged Biafra land, I would say, because SARS is everywhere arresting people, even in Obibo today. And even in Awaza, the army are there also killing and arresting people. We are a people under a lot of torment and siege, but we are all going to prevail. Those of you in those areas can listen to us via FM 102.1. That same FM can be listened to in Lagos. We are live in Benin City this very evening, a very tumultuous, a very victorious evening for those people of good conscience and lovers of freedom and haters of Godfatherism. The people of Igoromigoro have prevailed, and that is a pointer for what is going to happen in Anambra State anytime soon. I don't know when that is going to be, but of course we are working and we are praying that Biafra will be here before then. You can also listen to us via tuning, via radio, Biafra app. You can listen to us via satellite as well for those of you with a very cheap decoder. I think the decoder is about 5,000 naira or 6,000 naira thereabout. You can listen to Radio Biafra and our transmission live and direct via satellite. On any of these numerous platforms that I've mentioned, you can join us. I know that some people, I was informed that some people were actually queuing on YouTube even before we came on air. I welcome sincerely and wholeheartedly each and every one of you. And I will ask you to also welcome other people as well. As I said, you must be very, very vigilant because Facebook is in the very ugly and distasteful habit of kicking people away from my page. That may happen to you. If it happens, simply download IPOB Community Radio and you'll be able to join us on that very platform. I welcome you once again. And as always, my name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of IPOB all over the world, indigenous people of Biafra, the largest mass movement on the face of this very earth, exceptionally formidable, dedicated group of people all over the world working towards the restoration of the sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra in truth and every honesty. That is why we maintain assiduously so that we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. Nobody can contend with that. They understand that. And I believe very soon everything will be made manifest. I welcome you once again. I welcome you, each and every one of you. And we are going to pray. We are going to pray this evening, as always, as we do here always. Anytime we are live on air, we must hand over all that we are unto the Most High. It's a very short prayer. And I will pray in English language this very evening, not the language of heaven, and I'm sure that even the angels, when they begin to praise and to adore the creation that we enjoy today, which is the Most High, they will do so in the language of the ancients, in Igbo language. And because everything we say here comes to pass, not only that, everything you hear, every lecture we deliver, eventually, it is justified, as the governor of Cross River State have done very recently, to confirm what we have always preached, that the Ekoi people, the Jagan people of Cross River State are indeed Igbo people. I think he has gone to confirm that. That will be a lecture for another day, but for this very day, we must proceed very hastily to, of course, ask the Most High to be part of what we are doing and to hand over all that we are unto Him. And today we are praying for all Biafrans who are persecuted, those who were arrested, those who were incarcerated, those who the Abia State government, the judiciary of Abia State are holding hostage because these are kidnapped victims. I don't want people to say that we've been arrested. We have been kidnapped and being held against the law because we have done nothing wrong. This evening we are praying and committing the family of those, their children, everybody who is in detention, everybody who is a Biafran and you're suffering because of what you believe in, because of your faith in the restoration of Biafra. We are going to pray. We are going to remind heaven that we are still here, suffering in pain, in a lot of turmoil and distress caused by the British for amalgamating the children of light with what is in essence pure darkness. And we must prevail because darkness can never ever triumph over light. Heavenly Father in heaven, the Almighty Creator of everything that man can observe around him, you are a loving and a very kind Father. Your words are yea and amen, it must come to pass. We come before Thee to place before your throne of grace every person every father, every mother, every uncle, every cousin, every niece, every nephew, every child who has been incarcerated as a result of their belief in the promise that you made your children. That promise is freedom. We are not asking for anything that doesn't belong to us. We are not asking for anything extraordinarily impossible to accomplish or attain. All we seek is that which you have given to every living being, the choice to be free. We were trapped in the damnable zoological republic not through any design of ours, but because of the colonial interests of Britain. And today, your children are being killed. We are being detained for no other reason than the fact that we dared to rise up to say that we want to be a free people. As we call upon your holy name this very evening, in Obibo, your children are being arrested. In Enugu, your children are being arrested. In Owaza, in Okwa West, your children are being arrested. All over the place, that one of them was beaten to near death. One of them was beaten to near death this very day by the Fulani Janjaweed terrorist army somewhere in Asa High School. You know what? Very, very sad indeed. But we call upon thee to have mercy upon your children. We are being persecuted. We are imprisoned for no reason. You are the Father, you are God, your Lord Almighty. Please, we are praying that you should be very close to every single one of them. Each and every one of them who this very evening, morning or night, depending on where their families are all over the world. Those who have loved ones inside the prison of the damnable zoological republic. For you to please have mercy upon us. Because we have been confined because of our faith and our belief in Biafra. We pour out all that we are unto thee and ask for your life-saving grace into each and every one of them. Strengthen them and renew them. Give them determination, give them courage, and give them hope. Let them understand that freedom doesn't come very cheaply. And out of their suffering and their pain, and those who have been martyred in this very cause, shall Biafra be reborn. May your Holy Spirit permeate their being with your peace that surpasses all understanding, and may your sustaining hope warm our tormented hearts, knowing that we can only draw near to you, and that you are with each and every one of us, regardless of the terrible ordeal that we are going through at this moment. Infusing those of them in prison, those who are detained, including our mothers who are in detention, with a sense of your closeness and your presence. And may your holy angels of heaven be ministering to their spirits. May you surround them with your everlasting care and love and support, that each moment of every blessed day, that they may know that their pain and their suffering that they've been forced to endure in the British created hell called Nigeria is for your divine purpose to be fulfilled upon our lives. That this Biafra may come, that the world may rise up to say that indeed these are the children of God, these are the children of light, and unto them and through them shall blessing be upon Africa. Let your word be fulfilled. Let us adore and praise thy holy name in the land of the living, now and forevermore we pray. He say, without further hesitation, we are going to move speedily ahead to what we have this evening. And I'm going to start, of course, predictably so, with Edo State and what transpired. Somebody wrote to one of us this morning to say that the media is indeed very powerful, because in Benin City right now, as we preach this very gospel of heaven, people are listening, and I'm sure they are rejoicing. In that very land of Idu, that very land this very day lived up to its name, Igodomigodo, the key that unlocks the key. In Edo State this very day, something has happened which before now was deemed almost impossible. Because the politics of thuggery, of impunity, the politics of, there are no words to describe the politics of the damnable zoological republic. But this very day, that very key was inserted into the big key that unlocked the shackles of godfatherism and consigned that little ugly monster, Oshomole, to the scrap heap of history. I want to commend the people of Igodomigodo because today you have demonstrated bravery, and of course aided by Governor Nyesom Wike, who of course is the only governor in the East that understands the meaning of incumbency and the power that a governor can wield. I do hope that Southeast Efulefu governors may one day be able to learn from him. He has led the fight from the front, but we must not forget that one thing that persuaded the mind, the very decayed, corrupt, insipid mind of Alamajiri, Janjaweed, is the threat by the U.S. government. In fact, the imposition of visa ban on most of them. That at least worked towards focusing their minds on not rigging the election too horribly. They tried to rig. There were a lot of people. The Supreme Court governor sent somebody from Imo State to go and rig elections over there. They got the idiot and they gave him the sort of treatment that I believe that he deserved. All of them descended. All the corrupt APC criminals descended in Edo State, but Edo people prevailed. Igodomigodo land, as a matter of fact, they prevailed. And they banished Oshomole forever and ever from the front line of politics in the damnable zoological republic. So whilst we are of course commending Edo people, or Igodomigodo people as a matter of fact, we must also commend, because when they do the right thing, I will say it, we must commend the United States ambassador to the zoo, the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria. For once, they did something right and in the open. If they had been doing this all along, the level of criminality and what I call government banditry will not be this way. Can you see what they have done? For simply banning election riggers, they now concentrated the minds of Fulani INEC and Fulani election riggers, including the aeroplane turner, to do the right thing in Edo State. That was why Edo prevailed. Edo State did not prevail, or Basiki did not prevail, because of all the, should I say, the very brave resistance that a lot of people put up. No, it wasn't that alone. What focused their minds? They thought to themselves, I'm not going to rig this Pastor Malam or Pastor Alhaji into power and then risk my investments in the US. They all have houses in the USA. So this very evening we must commend the United States ambassador to Nigeria. She has done very well. She has done exceptionally well. And we want them to continue along this line. That's what we want them to do. If they do the right thing, we will praise them to high heavens and back. But if they fail to do the right thing, of course, we will castigate them, and rightfully so. So we must understand and recognize the genesis of this very heroic performance by Igodomigodo people. The very basic foundation was laid by the U.S. ambassador to the zoo. And from there, the people found the courage, summoned the courage to do what is right. And it will go down in the history of the Zoological Republic that in Edo State, godfatherism was consigned to the scrap heap of history. Again, I know some people said that the same thing could have happened in Lagos with Ambode and Tifnubu, the arch criminal himself, with multiple names. His original mother died, he couldn't even attend the burial, very sad indeed, but we'll get to that later on. People are saying that Ambode could have done the same thing to Tinubu, but without the support, without the type of pronouncement, the fact that if you rig election, you'll be banned from or stopped from going to the USA, it wouldn't have worked. There had to be a carrot and a stick, and that stick was that visa ban to the United States. That was what focused the minds of all the Fulani riggers and all the idiots, including the mask wearer in Asorok, that came out to congratulate Obaseki. And I'm also congratulating Obaseki, of course. Not that we're interested in the process of the zoo, but we hate injustice. So wherever justice prevails, we acknowledge it and we hail it. And this evening, the mask wearer, the presidency, because ever since we held them to account, they are now using Buhari's name, the dead Buhari who is in a grave, in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia. They are now using his name. And I also want to say, before I go into this, that this is also an example to those of you who think that you can go and they can turban you, they can tie the sheet on your head. After tying the sheet on your head, they say Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. You come back and you become governor. Like Hope Uzodinma. It's not going to happen anymore. This is a very clear point. That means that any time that people in the zoo, that's entirely up to them, decide to go to the polls to vote, at least you now know that there is punishment for election riggers and those that promote election or political violence. They now understand that very clearly. And I'm very grateful for that. And I cannot stop thanking the USA for that, because they have now demonstrated once again that they are the conscience of the world. That is something we had expected the EU to do, is belatedly Britain now tacked on, and they won't even enforce it. Forget what Britain said, oh, we will deny visa to those who perpetrate election fraud and violence. Britain will not enforce it. We know that US will, because their legal system in the USA is far more rigorous than you have in the UK. Forget about the UK war. The people that actually turned the tide in Edo, the woman who did it is the US ambassador to the Zoological Republic, and we commend her for that. Thank you very much. And on top of that, they said it was Vanguard that published this. Vanguard said it's breaking. Buhari congratulates Obaseki, commends electoral process. These are the same bunch of idiots who put the Hope Uzodinma in power. A criminal that came forth, they put him in power. Now he is commending the electoral process. I want people to understand that this is what they do. This is the way they operate. They fall on a janjaweed. This is their mindset. They come to your house and they steal 100 naira from you. And when you complain too much, they give you 10 kobo back in return. Some of you, the Indomie generation, you won't know what 10 kobo looks like. 10 kobo is the single unit of the zoo currency. Naira is the bigger one, in hundreds, and then you have in tens, so to speak, because you have 10 naira, 20 naira, but you also have 1 kobo, 2 kobo, 3 kobo, 4 kobo. I think you even have you have 1 kobo, you have 5, you have 10, you have 25. I don't know. Maybe it goes up to 100 kobo. I don't know if they have it or not. I don't think they do. What they have now is 1 naira, isn't it? These are the things I need you to understand. Fulani will come to your house and steal your 100 naira in front of you. You'll be complaining and shouting. And then they will give you 10 kobo back in return. And when you say, oh, how about the rest of the money? Your neighbor will now come up and say, no, don't worry. Why are you complaining? After all, you have 10 kobo. Why are you complaining? Me, I have nothing. That is exactly what I've done with Edo State. They want to give the impression to the world that they can run a free and fair election, and that is the narrative they will run with tomorrow and all throughout the coming days of this very week. So if you're foolish enough, if you're not schooled enough, if you're not intelligent enough, you will think that somehow INEC has changed. There is now a new era of transparent electioneering and should I say vote casting process. Of course it is not. You know it isn't. They only made it possible for Obaseki to win because USA said if you rig election, you're not going anywhere. Because the Kogi State governor, they've already banned him already. Kogi State governor, they've banned him. Now, what I'm saying is that if the US and to an extent the UK, if you know that these people got into power illegitimately by rigging election, why are you according them recognition? Most of them were banned as a result of the 2019 elections. That means that if you're banning somebody for electoral fraud, implicit in that ban is that that person is guilty of committing electoral fraud. And anybody emerging as a result of an electoral system that is not transparent, that is not very clear, you cannot confer legitimacy on such a person or institution. If you have banned Kogi State governor from traveling to the US for committing electoral fraud, that means his office the office is holding is illegitimate. That's what by implication. Now, if that is the case, all those that helped in the reading of a mask wearer, Jubril, then into power, and they have now been banned from traveling to the USA. That means that the government of all these Fulani Qatar in Asarok is illegitimate. And they said, Buhari said, but according to that very news, the president's spokesman, Garuba Shehu, in a tweet on Sunday said, Buhari also commended the people of Edo State, the party's candidates and security agencies for conducting themselves responsibly. Can you believe that in 21st century? 21st century. They are celebrating Edo as if it was their own making, as if all of a sudden Fulani Janjaweed have decided that there should be free and fair elections. Do you see how when I don't want to go too hard on black people today, because somebody wrote to me and said that the children are listening, and sometimes they weep and they cry when I say things that I say about black people. And I'm saying it's not for those children, because they are going to grow up very intelligent, so very smart and very discerning. They are not going to be as useless as this very generation that we have now. But heaven forbid, no, they won't be that way. What I'm trying to say is that some of you will now go about jubilating and toasting this very victory of Obaseki to mean that somehow that democracy have now turned the corner in this zoo. Of course, it's a lie. As I said, remember, somebody came to your house and stole 100 naira from you. You shouted and you screamed and he gave you back 10 kobo, not 1 naira, 10 kobo in return. And you're saying he has done well. Nobody in their right sense or in their right mind should reason that way. He said, the president added, I have consistently advocated for free and fair elections in the country because it is the bedrock of true democratic. Of course, you saw people being disenfranchised. All of you were there when results were trickling in and INEC was changing it. They were announcing the results and the article was winning, and all of a sudden there was a break, there was a pause. And once they paused, you are finished. I think they paused also in Edo until somebody reminded them that America will ban us. So if you don't consider Canada, America there's a visa ban. I have a house in the US and I want to go there. I want to visit the United States of America. That was what happened. So before you begin to clap for yourselves, you've done nothing. The person that saved the Edo State is the US ambassador in Abuja. That woman made it possible. So you get your facts right. And of course, we are not going to downplay the tenacity of Obaseki himself and also the role that Wike played. And I think there was one other governor also, a Yoruba governor that was there also that did very, very well. That stood firm and said, no, this is not going to happen. And for those of you that managed, I don't know how they made it possible, somehow they managed to convince INEC that the results should be transmitted in real time and to a portal online, so it won't be rigged. So from polling station, a portal online is making it very clear what the returns are on those polling units. So they couldn't read it. But we are waiting for aeroplane turner. Maybe aeroplane turner. If you go to Supreme Court, and those bunch of idiots with their horse wig, speaking Latin jargon, will tell you that that INEC failed to collect results from Izamu stronghold, and as a result, the number of votes cast will now outnumber those registered with INEC as eligible voters. Do you now understand it? Do you now understand it? These are the things that people don't know about. That it is our responsibility and our duty to bring it to the attention of the world. That this is what is happening in this zoo. So that some of you don't go jumping up and down and celebrating because I'm going to celebrate. A zoo is always a zoo. A zoo will always remain a zoo unless you rise up as we are doing to try to change it. Look at the people who are now telling you that somehow they now believe in free and fair elections, that democracy is good for everybody. It is the bedrock and all that rubbish. Look at the jargon from Fulani. Now, let me give you an example. There is a controversy ongoing about the appointment of 7 northerners into management. Now, we don't say northerners, I'll say Fulani, into key management positions in customs that is in the south. Why I'm raising this is because if tomorrow now America says that There is no federal character in the federal appointments under this regime. They will change, or maybe appoint one or two Southerners into positions. They'll tell you, oh, can't you see we have changed? Unless America rises up now to say that you must adhere to the federal character upon which all the constitutional stipulates regarding the filling of positions, at least federal positions, are equally rationed across the board, they will do nothing about it. I'm just trying to say, these are people that are telling you, oh, all of a sudden today, because they don't want their visa to America to be cancelled, all of a sudden they allow the DOE people to speak their mind. And if you allow free and fair elections, nobody of a sound mind can ever vote for APC. Nobody with their correct senses in their skull can ever vote for APC. They know that very well. Maritime stakeholders, including a veteran journalist, Elder Ashley have criticized the latest appointment of 2 acting deputy controllers general and 5 acting assistant controller general of customs into management positions of the service by the controller general, Colonel Hamid Ali Fulani. And who are the people he appointed? Who are the people that he appointed into these positions? And from those he appointed into these positions, you will know what their plan is. Fulani has to be everywhere. That is the proper news you should be focusing on. Don't allow them to use a dose state to deflect your mind or to divert your mind away from the very serious mess that the issue is in. Now listen. Somebody called Saidu Galadima, Oba Mohammed, Hamza Gumi, Usman Datingari, all northerners, all Fulani holding key positions in customs. Because they are importing weapons, they are bringing in weapons to because they are the ones to inspect it. It is them.
Good evening, dear friends. Good evening from Abuja, the Nigerian capital. I greet you all, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, the lovers of freedom. My name is Benjamin Madubu. I am an IPOB member. I was part of those that was in detention with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison, from DSS dungeon to Kuje prison, between 2015 to 2018. That is when I got my freedom. Now, I went to visit our leader today. Finally, I succeeded in meeting him one-on-one. I met the great man, the prophet of our time, the greatest man that God have created in Alibo. That is Nnamdi Kanu. A man of wisdom, a man of integrity. I sat with him today. He blessed me. In fact, I'm happy to receive the blessing from this exceptional human being. I glorify God, the creator of heaven and earth, Chukwu Okike Abiama, for giving us this gift as Onigbo. Nnamdi Kanu is a special gift. Special gift. In the next 100 years, there will be none like him. He's a great man. Upon all the stumbling blocks, today I succeeded in meeting him. I bless today. And I thank our able barrister, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, for making it possible. Today is a new day. Now, I will go to our mother tongue in Igbo language to speak to our people. Makase ndebe anyị soro onye furu ọjị gbara ya nkụ maka na adịghị ọjị kwada ọ ihe mere taa. Mela Walida nwere anyị kpara ezigbo nkata today. Ọ gwakwana m ebe ya bụ ibu si anyị ya. Ọkwa anyị nwala asịla anyị bụ his followers. Ọkwa anyị nwa le claim la anyị chọrọ Biafra to liberate our people. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ọkwa ndị Igbo ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ke bụ okwu ma gwa ụnụ. Tinye na fridge is a reality. Onye nduziri m ozi ka nzi ụnụ. Number 1 bụ ndị na-eji afa ya nwa eme fundraising. Ndị na-eyuzu IPOB eme fundraising. Ndị na-eyuzu ESN eme fundraising. Onye isi ese ngwa ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ emebizili ihe ndị mmadụ ji ọbara ha wee kwụ ụgwọ for past 10 years. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ, especially ndị ala emesi catcom, ndị ala egbu ndebe anyị, ndị a na-ana moto lee kidnap ndị Igbo lanara ha ransom, lanara ndị Igbo moto na-egburisi lere bypass. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra. Ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra because eze na-aghọrị ndị ọlachi ebe ajọ eze. Ị gaghị abịasị ịlazọ ndebe anyị ndụ, ị ga na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akọmitugo sacrilege, arụ, abomination. If I be for the preacher radio Biafra from beginning, Obosobula, Obaroni Bobarala, I forget her because of Biafra, I forget her Biafra. Also in June, message really on your own for 10 years. But I don't know how I have a message. Ke ka anyị ga-esi mepe ụzọ, mepere ndị iro ụzọ, ndị iro abataba anyị na-eme nke sọrọ ha. Onye isi isi ka ngwa ụnụ adịkwa ama ihe ama. La the whole people nọ na detention na DSS headquarters. La ndebe anyị dị 80% in the whole population ihe nọ there. Ka ihe kọsụrụ ya. Dozu ji afọ ya atụ asị. Dozu na moto na-ekenapụ ndị Igbo. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe ala. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe community. Ndị ga-emepesi akampụ n'ime community n'ala Igbo. Laza ESN. Laza ụmụọma. Also, like the crime on la commit. Lord, because of crime on la commit, call them the Nigerian security forces. Biabani, Habiabani, Hala, Mukosu, Mazi, YouTube, or Mazi working Hammer, like I the DSS headquarters because they want to prove to the government that Hala. Mono open the la committee fa. Hadia phone. Also, no na akwụsị gị na-egbe eluigwe ga-agbagbusi ụlọ ncha. Lee na-ekpere ndebe anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndebe anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị Igbo ekpere the whole Biafra 7 times every day. lee achọ ịbụ unu ọnụ unu wepụ aka onwere ofe before ọwa aka mmadụ. Okay, sorry my people, sorry. You know, unu ma na network Nigeria etuola adị. Now, onye isi ka m gwa unu, onye ọbụla nọ n'ime community la-aza ESL, na-ekpe ikpe ala, na-aga ekpe ikpe dịrị family, na-ekpe ikpe dị na nwunye, na-ekpe ikpe obodo, ikpe dịrị ndị eze na ndị ichie n'obodo. Onye sị ga bụ ESL aga na-ekpe ya. Ọ sị ngwa unu na onye ọbụla nọ na community sị ya bụ ESL nwere kampụ na community bụ criminal. You are not ESM. You are not working for Biafra. You have nothing to do with IPOB. You have no mandate from him. You are a criminal. Also, can make unu mara la never in his life. Come on, anybody. Long we hear Maria. Long will take over from him. In the chain of command of IPOB, Omega abolish in your deputy leadership. Omega abolish. Now, in the chain of command of IPOB, in a place like one in place, like the next person to take charge and control the struggle is whoever not in position as the head of Directorate of State. Yeah, HDOS. Nobody else. That has been the structure of IPOB. Osim Juno, onu le claim onu bu followers here. And again with this structure, already ban to see long we hear Maria ya take your charge. Osim Juno mu ne mental problem. Also can go Simon Eba, a member of IPOB. Simon Eba, although any de me go macaronoma, Malo can soon use because ono from him. If any lend weba document here, opportunity play here, on a joy me how I'm going. And I'm in the best position. To even quote that one here and without consulting him. Because I know Simon Eba is not a member of IPOB. Simon Eba has no mandate from him to do anything. Or what mandate from him to do anything, fundraising, whatever nonsense all enough. Or what mandate from him to do? No mandate, nothing, or whatsoever. Also, IPOB members, so that criminals. They are disappointed in all of you. They are disappointed. Somebody also without consultation. See, there are form of Biafra government in exile. Under whose authorization? I ask for you, did you give this? Sorry, Biafrans, network difficulties because of Nigeria anyway. So now, only see very clear. Simon Ebe will mandate from Oyendu. Only see him going to Lord DSS last sponsor Simon Ebe. Now Simon Ebe is being sponsored by the enemies of Biafra. Only mandate from him, and yes, stop war is Afia for whatever. Let's stop here. The mandate. I confronted Onyisi today. See Onyendu. On when we about that criminal, that fraudster of Finland. See on we use Yakaliru take over from you. Only say let him. Only say let him. He has nothing, no mandate, nothing in common with him. Nothing. He's just being fraudster using his name. Using the name of IPOB, using the name of ESN. Very clear to me today. And Simon Amaneka watch this video. Only say somebody desist from using his name. For what have you done, man? Stop using the name of IPOB. Stop using the name of ESN. You know nothing about these entities. Nothing. Because you're not a member of IPOB. You are not a member of IPOB. Also, this is the message also to you direct. And our people, they use autopilot to enable Abani. Only system like the payment day is coming. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. In the use of fear, black commit abomination, atrocities. Lalibo, in the name of Allah fighting for Biafra. What do you know about Biafra? Can you hear about IPOB? It shall have IPOB the King of Hanes and Igbo. More Igbo, you know, in the Finland. IPOB is out for freedom of our people. And they work on Lucha. They work on Lucha. They got to get to Swang. They got to Swang. They walk in the Finland. Not to Swang on Alibo. In Finland, not to Swang on Alibo. And you, we draw to a Simon Nebal Alibo. This is some Gono. Eh? Back Yabu. And all some of you, are not happy with Onoma. Are not happy with Onoma. You know, maybe here jail prison or here jail JSA dungeon. They are abomination. They cry more than committed and live over here that place. I want to go to jail. And everybody, all of you should stop using his name. If you want to do your own thing, commit the crime on your own. Stop using his name to do it. Stop it. Stop it. All of this nonsense on the member with the right person. All the men who person in your own one. All that keep it here. But over the person here. A Wakolu Chakailaga, over the Bundibo. Over the Bundibo. Also, any single Igbo person involved in Hemaria. 3 countries we have also UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the 3 countries in America. Also, Malami form one group la not. Putra. Announce a bounty. Listen, long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya. To kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, the people that are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fought for them and helped them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And the private jet we see here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent with that private jet. The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet. Only we are going to ban. Only waki at the Himarian do. On your son going today. Only Igbo. My politician, my businessman. They involved in him and kidnap them on this like Kenya. Oh, just since you know. Also, I'm going to have a result and Igbo. Only Igbo. Also, I'm going
Okay, continue.
Because of stop us at home. Have a stop immediately. Then I continue to message at home. Open the announcement, Ozili no lezi ozi ifanye ejofo si ngwuru ozi ifanye ejofo na ezigbo ozi ya ziri ozi anọ ejimako na ezigbo ozi ya nwaziri ozi barista Maswell ọbara na ezigbo ozi ya nwaziri ozi barista Chukwuemeka ejofo na ezi bụ ozi ya nwa bụ onye nduziri o nwere nke bụ fọjiri ihe na-agwa unu today bụ all of you ma ebe mmiri si bido wee gala agbarụ mmiri na unu na-eso a criminal na Finland ọ sị ngwa unu ya dụrụ haki with all of you and all of you that bastard na-enye ọda ele-emesịchacha unu na be anyị ọ sị ngwa unu ya chọrọ ịbụ unu ọnụ unu retrace steps unu retrace steps IPOB as in Biafrans. Good evening from Abuja, the Nigerian capital. I greet you all, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, the lovers of freedom. My name is Benjamin Madubu. I am an IPOB member. I was part of those that was in detention with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison, from DSS dungeon to Kuje prison between 2015 to 2018. That is when I got my freedom. Now, I went to visit our leader today. Finally, I succeeded in meeting him one-on-one. I met the great man, the prophet of our time, the greatest man that God have created in Alibo. That is Nnamdi Kanu. A man of wisdom, a man of integrity. I sat with him. Today, he blessed me. In fact, I'm happy to receive the blessing from this exceptional human being. I glorify God, the creator of heaven and earth, Chukwu Okike Abiama, for giving us this gift as Onigbo. Nnamdi Kanu is a special gift. Special gift. In the next 100 years, there will be none like him. He's a great man. Upon all the stumbling blocks, today I succeeded in meeting him. I bless today. And I thank our able barrister, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, for making it possible. Today is a new day. Now, I will go to our mother tongue in Igbo language to speak to our people. Makase ndebe anyị soro onye furu ọjị gbara ya nkụ maka na adịghị arịa ọjị kwada ọ ihe mere taa. Mela walida nwere anyị kpara ezigbo nkata today. Ọ gwakwana m ebe ya bụ ibu si anyị ya. Ọkwa anyị nwala asịla anyị bụ his followers. Ọkwa anyị nwa le claim la anyị chọrọ Biafra to liberate our people. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ọkwa ndị Igbo ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ke bụ okwu ma gwa ụnụ. Tinye na fridge. Is a reality. Onye nduziri m ozi ka nzi ụnụ. Number 1 bụ ndị na-eji afa ya nwa eme fundraising. Ndị na-use IPOB eme fundraising. Ndị le use ESN eme fundraising. Onye isi ese ngwa ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ emebizili ihe ndị mmadụ ji ọbara ha wee kwụ ụgwọ for past 10 years. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ, especially ndị ala emesi catcom, ndị ala egbu ndebe anyị, ndị a na-ana moto lee kidnap ndị Igbo lanara ha ransom, lanara ndị Igbo moto na-egburisi lere bypass. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ adị awọkụ for Biafra. Ụnụ adị awọkụ for Biafra because eze na-aghọrị ndị ọlachi ebe ajọ eze. Ị gaghị abịasị ịlazọ ndebe anyị ndụ, ị bịa na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akọmitugo sacrilege, arụ, abomination. If I be for the preacher na radio Biafra from beginning, ụbọchị ọbụla ọbara onye Igbo gbara ala, I forget ya because of Biafra, I forget ya Biafra. Ọ sị nju ụnụ meseji niile o nyere ụnụ for 10 years, ọ pụtara ụnụ aghọta ya bụ meseji. Kee ka anyị ga-esi mepe ụzọ, mepere ndị iro ụzọ, ndị iro abataba anyị na-eme nke sọrọ ha. Onye isi isi ka ngwa ụnụ adịkwa ama ihe ama. La the whole people nọ na detention na DSS headquarters, la ndebe anyị dị 80% in the whole population ihe nọ ya. Ka ihe kọsụrụ ya, dozu ji afọ ya atụ asị, dozu la na moto na-ekenapụ ndị Igbo, ndị na-ekpe ikpe ala, ndị na-ekpe ikpe kọmuniti, ndị ga-emepesi akampụ n'ime kọmuniti n'ala Igbo, laza ESN, laza ụmụọma. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ la the crime ụnụ na commit, Lord, because of crime ụnụ na commit ka ọ na-eme ndị Nigeria security forces bịaba anyị, ha na-amụkọsị ụmụazị youth, ụmụazị enweghị ihe ha mere na-agachi na DSS headquarters because they want to prove to the government na ha na-arụ ọrụ. Ma ụnụ bụ ndị na commit ife a, ha dị afọ ụnụ. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akwụsịghị na egwu eluigwe ga-agbagbusi ụnụ ncha. Lee na-ekpere ndebe anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndebe anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị Igbo ekpere the whole Biafras 7 times every day. Lee achọ ịbụ ụnụ ọnụ, ụnụ wepụ aka onwe n'ofe before ọwa aka mmadụ. Okay, sorry my people, sorry. You know, all man network Nigeria to all that. Now, onye isi ka ngwa ụnụ, onye ọbụla nọ n'ime community laza ESN, na-ekpe ikpe ala, na-aga ikpe dịrị family, na-ekpe ikpe dị na nwunye, na-ekpe ikpe obodo, ikpe dịrị ndị eze na ndị ichie n'obodo. Onye sị ya bụ ESN agala ekpe. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na onye ọbụla nọ na community sịrị ya bụ ESN nwere kampụ na community bụ criminal. You are not ESN, you are not working for Biafra, you have nothing to do with IPOB, you have no mandate from him, you are a criminal. Ọ sị ka mme ka ụnụ mara la never in his life ka o megagoro ọnụ gwa anybody na onwe ihe mere ihe na onye anwa ga-take over from him. In the chain of command of IPOB, Omega abolish ihe ọbụla gbasara deputy leadership. O mere abolish. Now, in the chain of command of IPOB, in a place like one in place, like the next person to take charge and control the struggle is whoever not in position as the head of Directorate of State, HDOS. Nobody else. That has been the structure of IPOB. Osim Junu, onu let claim onu bu followers here. And again with this structure, already ban to see long we hear me ya take your charge. Osim Junu mu ne mental problem. Also can go Simon Eba a member of IPOB. Simon Eba. Although any de me go makarono man can zoom no because ono from him. If any lend the web document here, or to ne play here, on a joy me how I'm going. And I'm in the best position to even go now here and I'm without consulting him. Because I know Simon Eba is not a member of IPOB. Simon Eba has no mandate from him to do anything. Or what any mandate from him to do anything, fundraising, whatever nonsense all enough. Or what mandate from him to do? No mandate, nothing, or whatsoever. Also, IPOB members, so that criminals, they are disappointed in all of you. Let me disappointed. Okadendo. Somebody also without consultation. See, there are form of Biafra government in exile. Under whose authorization? I ask for you, did you give this? Sorry, Biafrans. Network difficulties because of Nigeria anyway. So now, only see very clear. Simon Eba will mandate from Oyendu. Only says him going to Lord DSS last sponsor Simon Eba. Now Simon Eba is being sponsored by the enemies of Biafra. Only mandate from him, and yes, stop war is affair for whatever. Let's stop war. The mandate. I confronted Onisi today. See Oyendu. On when we about that criminal, that fraudster was in London. See on we have use Yakaliru take over from you. Only say let him. Only say let him. He has nothing, no mandate, nothing is coming on with him. Nothing. He's just being fraudster using his name, using the name of IPOB, using the name of ESN. Very clear to me today. And Simon Amaneka watch this video. Only say somebody desist from using his name. For whatever reason, man. Stop using the name of IPOB. Stop using the name of ESN. You know nothing about these entities. Nothing. Because you're not a member of IPOB. You are not a member of IPOB. Also, this is the message also to you direct. And our people, they use autopilot to enable Abani. Only system that the payment day is coming. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. In the use of fear, like commit abomination, atrocities. Lalibo, in the name of Allah fighting for Biafra. What do you know about Biafra? Can you hear about IPOB? It shall have IPOB the King of Hanes and Igbo. More Igbo, you know, really better Finland. IPOB is out for freedom of our people. And they work on Lucha. They work on Lucha. They got to get into Swang. They got to Swang and walk in Finland, not to Swang on Alibo. In Finland, not to Swang on Alibo. And you, we draw to a Simon Eba Alibo, this is going on. And some of you, are not happy with Onoma. Are not happy with Onoma. You know, maybe here jail prison or here jail JSA dungeon. They are abomination. They crime on that committed and live over here that place. I want to go to jail. All your son go. And everybody, all of you should stop using his name. If you want to do your own thing, commit the crime on your own. Stop using his name to do it. Stop it. Stop it. All of this nonsense on the member with the right person. All the men who person in your own one. All that keep it here. But over the person here. A wakolu chakailaga, over the bundibo. Over the bundibo. Also, any single Igbo person involved in Hemaria. Three countries with Hemaria. Also, UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the three countries in Hemaria. Also, Une Chepara. Malami, Abubakar Malami form one group la not. Putra. And now for bounty, Lisi Yawaboyendu. Long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya. To kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, the people that are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fought for them and helped them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And the private jet we see here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent in that private jet. The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet. Only we are going to ban. Only waki at the name of do. On your son going today. Only bo. My politician, my businessman. They involved in him and kidnap them on this like Kenya. Oh, just since you know. Kono also going to have a result and Igbo. Only Igbo. Also,
okay, continue.
Because of stop sit at home. Have I stop immediately? Then I continue let me sit at home. Open the announcement somewhere. Ozili no lazy fanya jofo singuru no si fanya lazy fanya jofo lazy bosi yazri. Ozi aloye ejumako lazy bosi yawazri. Ozi barista Maswell obara lazy bosi yawazri. Ozi barista Chukwemeka ejofo lazy bosi yawabo onye ndusri. Onwere nke bụ forgery. Ihe na agwụnụ today bụ all of you ebe mmiri si bido wee gala agbado mmiri na unu na-eso a criminal na Finland. Ọ sị ngwa unu ya dọrọ happy with all of you. And all of you that bastard na-enye ọda ele mesitacha unu na bani. Ọ sị ngwa unu ya chọrọ ibu unu ọnụ. Unu retrace steps unu. Retrace steps. IPOB
Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening from Abuja, the Nigerian capital. I greet you all, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, the lovers of freedom. My name is Benjamin Madubu. I am an IPOB member. I was part of those that was in detention with our leader Mazi Kanu in Kuje prison
from DSS dungeon to Kuje prison between 2015 to 2018. That is when I got my freedom. Now, I went to visit our leader today. Finally, I succeeded in meeting him one-on-one. I met the great man, the prophet of our time, the greatest man that God have created in Alibo. That is Nnamdi Kanu. A man of wisdom, a man of integrity. I sat with him today. He blessed me. In fact, I'm happy to receive the blessing from this exceptional human being. I glorify God, the creator of heaven and earth, Chukwu Okike Abiama, for giving us this gift as Onigbo. Nnamdi Kanu is a special gift. Special gift. In the next 100 years, there will be none like him. He's a great man. Upon all the stumbling blocks, today I succeeded in meeting him. I blessed today. And I thank our able barrister, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, for making it possible. Today is a new day. Now, I will go to our mother tongue in Igbo language to speak to our people. Makase ndebe anyị soro onye furu ọjị gbara ya nkụ maka na adịghị ọjị pata. Ọ ihe mere taa. Mela walida nwere anyị kpara ezigbo nkata today. Ọ gwakwana m ebe ya bụ ibu si anyị ya. Ọkwa anyị nwala asịla anyị bụ his followers. Ọkwa anyị nwa le claim la anyị chọrọ Biafra to liberate our people. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ọkwa ndị Igbo ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ke bụ okwu ma gwa ụnụ. Chinela fridge is a reality. Onye nduziri m ozi ka nzi ụnụ. Number 1 bụ ndị na-eji afa ya nwa eme fundraising. Ndị na-use IPOB eme fundraising. Ndị na-use ESL eme fundraising. Onye isi ese ngwa ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ emebizili ihe ndị mmadụ ji ọbara ha wee kwụ ụgwọ for past 10 years. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ, especially ndị ala emesi kachkom, ndị ala egbu ndebe anyị, ndị a na-ana moto lee kidnap ndị Igbo la nara ha ransom, la nara ndị Igbo moto lee egburisi lee ere bypass. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra. Ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra because eze na-aghọrị ndị ọlachi ebe ajọ eze. Ị gaghị abịasị n'ile achọ azọ ndebe anyị ndụ ebe na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akọmitigo sacrilege, arụ, abomination. If I be for the preacher radio Biafra from beginning, ụbọchị ọbụla ọbara onye Igbo gbara ala, I forget that because of Biafra, I forget that Biafra. Also in June, message really on your own for 10 years. But I don't know what I have a message. Ke ka anyị ga-esi mepe ụzọ, mepere ndị iro ụzọ, ndị iro abataba anyị, na-eme nke sọrọ ha. Onye isi si ka m gwa unu adịkwa ama ihe ama. La the whole people nọ na detention na DSS headquarters. La ndebe anyị dị 80% in the whole population ihe nọ there. Ka ihe kọsụrụ ya. Dozu ji afọ ya atụ asị. Dozu la na moto na-ekenapụ ndị Igbo. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe ala. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe community. Ndị ga-mepesi akampụ n'ime community n'ala Igbo. Laza ESN. Laza ụmụ ọma. Also, la the crime on la commit. Lord, because of crime on la commit, call them the Nigerian security forces. Biabani, Hala, because who Mazi you to, Mazi working in Hammer, La Rajula DSS headquarters because they want to prove to the government that Hala one of the la committee fa had their phone. Also, no na akwụsị gị na-egbe eluigwe ga-agbagbusi ụlọ ncha. Na-ekpere ndị be anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị be anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị Igbo ekpere the whole Biafra 7 times every day. Lee achọ ịbụ unu ọnụ unu wepụ aka onwe n'ofe before ọwa aka mmadụ. Okay, sorry my people, sorry. You know, all of the network Nigeria to all that. Now, only since can go on your Bonanolime community, Laza ESM, Lady Bala, La Gay Bedere family, Lady Bedela Munye, Lady Ibe Obodo, Ibe Dirindes and Dichi Obodo. Onye Sigabu ESM. Agale bie also ngwu no onye obodo la community siri abu ESM la nwere camp la community go criminal. You are not ESM, you are not working for Biafra, you have nothing to do with IPOB, you have no mandate from him, you are a criminal. Also can make unu mara la never in his life come ga anybody long we here Maria long take over from him. In the chain of command of IPOB, Omega abolish in your deputy leadership. Omega abolish. Now, in the chain of command of IPOB, in a place like you are in place, like the next person to take charge and control the struggle is whoever not in position as the head of Directorate of State, yeah, HDOS. Nobody else. That has been the structure of IPOB. Osen Juno, onu let claim onu followers here. And again with this structure, already ban to see long we hear Maria ya take your charge. Osen Juno with a mental problem. Also can go Simon Eba, member of IPOB. Simon Eba, although any day me go no macarono man can soon use because ono from him. If any lend weba document here, up to the play area, on a joy me how I'm going. And I'm in the best position to even go that one here and without consulting him. Because I know Simon Eba is not a member of IPOB. Simon Ekpa has no mandate from him to do anything. Or what mandate from him to do anything, fundraising, whatever nonsense all enough. Or what mandate from Onyendu? No mandate, nothing, or whatsoever. Also, IPOB members, so that criminals, they are disappointed in all of you. They are disappointed. Somebody also without consultation. See, there are form of Biafra government in exile. Under whose authorization? I ask for you, did you give this? Sorry, Biafrans. Network difficulties because of Nigeria anyway. So now, only see made it very clear. Simon Ekpa will get mandate from Onyendu. Only see him going to Lord DSS last sponsor Simon Ekpa. Now Simon Ekpa is being sponsored by the enemies of Biafra. Only mandate from him, and yes, stop war is Zafia for whatever. Let's stop war. The mandate. I confronted Onisi today. See Onyendu. When we about that criminal, that fraudster was in London. See on with them use Yakaliru take over from you. Only say let him. Only say let him. He has nothing, no mandate, nothing in common with him. Nothing. He's just being fraudster using his name, using the name of IPOB, using the name of ESN. Made it very clear to me today. And Simon Ekpa can watch this video. Only say somebody disease from using his name for whatever man. Stop using the name of IPOB. Stop using the name of ESN. You know nothing about these entities. Nothing. Because you're not a member of IPOB. You are not a member of IPOB. Also, this is the message also to you direct. And our people, they use autopilot to enable Abani. Only system that the payment day is coming. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. In the use of fear, like commit abomination, atrocities. Lalibo, in the name of Allah, fighting for Biafra. What do you know about Biafra? Can you hear about IPOB? It shall have IPOB the king of Hanes and Igbo. More Igbo, you know, in Finland. IPOB IPOB is out for freedom of our people. And they work on Lucha. They work on Lucha. They can't get into Swang. They can't do Swang. In Finland, not to Swang on Alibo. In Finland, not to Swang on Alibo. And you, we George, to Simon Ekpa Alibo, only system go no. And some of you, are not happy with Onoma. Are not happy with Onoma. You know, maybe here jail prison. Or here jail a dungeon. They are abomination. They crime on that committee and live over here that place. I want to go to jail. All your son go. And everybody, all of you should stop using his name. If you want to do your own thing, commit the crime on your own. Stop using his name to do it. Stop it. Stop it. All of this nonsense on the member with the right person. All the men who person in your own one. All that keep it here. But over the person here. A wakolu chakailaga, over the Bundibo. Over the Bundibo. Also, any single Igbo person involved in him. 3 countries we have also UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the 3 countries in America. Also, Malami, Abubakar Malami form one group la not. Putra, announce for bounty. Lisi Yawabonyendu. Long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya, to kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, the people are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fall for them and help them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And the private jet will be here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent with that private jet. The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet. Only we are going to ban. Only waki at the Himmer do. On your son going today. Only go. My politician, my businessman, they involved in him and kidnap them on this like Kenya. Oh, so since you know. Also, I'm going to have a result and Igbo. Only Mundibo. Also, Mujono.
Okay, continue.
Because of stop us at home. Have a stop immediately. Then when I continue on message at home. Open the announcement. Ozili no lezi fanye jofo singuru ozi fanye jofo lezi bozi yazri. Ozi alo ejumako lezi bozi yawazri. Ozi barista Maswell obara lezi bozi yawazri. Ozi barista Chukwemeka ejofo lezi bozi yawabonye ndusri. Onwere nke bụ forgery. Ihe na agwunu today bụ all of you ebe mmiri si bido wee gala agbado mmiri lunu na-eso a criminal na Finland. Ọ sị ngwa unu ya dọrọ happy with all of you. And all of you that bastard na-enye ọda ele mesitacha unu na bani. Ọ sị ngwa unu ya chọ ibu unu ọnụ. Unu retrace steps unu. Retrace steps. IPOB.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening from Abuja, the Nigerian capital. I greet you all, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, the lovers of freedom. My name is Benjamin Nnamdi. I am an IPOB member. I was part of those that was in detention with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison, from DSS dungeon to Kuje prison between 2015 to 2018. That is when I got my freedom. Now, I went to visit our leader today. Finally, I succeeded in meeting him one-on-one. I met the great man, the prophet of our time, the greatest man that God have created in Alibo. That is Nnamdi Kanu. A man of wisdom, a man of integrity. I sat with him. Today, he blessed me. In fact, I'm happy to receive the blessing from this exceptional human being. I glorify God, the creator of heaven and earth, Chukwu Okike Abiama, for giving us this gift as Onigbo. Nnamdi Kanu is a special gift. Special gift.
in the next 100 years, there will be none like him. He's a great man. Upon all the stumbling blocks, today I succeeded in meeting him. I bless today. And I thank our able barrister, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, for making it possible. Today is a new day. Now, I will go to our mother tongue in Igbo language to speak to our people. Makase ndebe anyị soro onye fụrụ ọjị gbara ya nkụ maka na adịghị arịa ọjị kwada ọ ihe mere taa. Mela Walida nwere anyị kpara ezigbo nkata today. Ọ gwakwana m ebe ya bụ ibu si anyị ya. Ọkwa anyị nwala asịla anyị bụ his followers. Ọkwa anyị nwa le claim la anyị chọrọ Biafra to liberate our people. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ọkwa ndị Igbo ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ke bụ okwu ma gwa ụnụ. Chinela fridge is a reality. Onye nduziri m ozi ka nzi ụnụ. Number 1 bụ ndị na-eji afa ya nwa eme fundraising. Ndị na-eyuzu IPOB eme fundraising. Ndị na-eyuzu ESN eme fundraising. Onye isi ese ngwa ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ emebizili ihe ndị mmadụ ji ọbara ha wee kwụ ụgwọ for past 10 years. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ, especially ndị ala emesi catcom, ndị ala egbu ndebe anyị, ndị a na-ana moto lee kidnap ndị Igbo lanara ha ransom, lanara ndị Igbo moto lee gburisi lee re bypass. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ adịghị awọkụ for Biafra. Ụnụ adịghị awọkụ for Biafra because eze na-aghọrị ndị ọlachi ebe ajọ eze. Ị gaghị abịasị ịlazọ ndebe anyị ndụ, ị ga na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akọmitugo sacrilege, arụ, abomination. If I before the preach na radio Biafra from beginning, ụbọchị ọbụla ọbara onye Igbo gbara ala, I forget ya because of Biafra, I forget ya Biafra. Ọ sị njụ ụnụ meseji niile o nyere ụnụ for 10 years. Ọ pụtara ụnụ aghọta ya bụ meseji. Kee ka anyị ga-esi mepe ụzọ, mepere ndị iro ụzọ, ndị iro abataba anyị na-eme nke sọrọ ha. Onye isi isi ka ngwa ụnụ adịkwa ama ihe ama. Na the whole people nọ na detention na DSS headquarters, na ndebe anyị dị 80% in the whole population ihe nọ there. Ka ihe kọsụrụ ya dozu ji afọ ya atụ asị, dozu na moto na-ekenapụ ndị Igbo, ndị na-ekpe ikpe ala, ndị na-ekpe ikpe kọmuniti, ndị ga-emepesi akampụ n'ime kọmuniti n'ala Igbo, laza ESN, laza ụmụọma. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na the crime ụnụ na-commit, Lord, because of crime ụnụ na-commit ka ọ na-eme ndị Nigerian security forces bịaba anyị, ha na-amụkọsị ụmụazị youth, ụmụazị enweghị ihe ha mere, laghachi na DSS headquarters because they want to prove to the government that ha na-arụ ọrụ. Ma ụnụ ọ bụ ndị na-akọmiti ife a ha dị afọ ụnụ. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akwụsịghị na egbe eluigwe ga-agbagbusi ụnụ ncha. Lee na-ekpere ndị be anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị be anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị Igbo ekpere the whole Biafra 7 times every day. Lee achọ ịbụ ụnụ ọnụ ụnụ wepụ aka onwe n'ofe before ọwa aka mmadụ. Okay, sorry my people, sorry. You know, ụnụ mana network Nigeria etu ọla dị. Now, onye isi si ka m gwa ụnụ onye ọbụla nọ n'ime community la-aza ESL la-ekpe ikpe ala, la-aga ekpe ikpe dịrị family, la-ekpe ikpe dị na nwunye, la-ekpe ikpe obodo, ikpe dịrị ndị eze na ndị ichie n'obodo. Onye sị ya bụ ESL agala ekpe. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na onye ọbụla nọ na community sị ya bụ ESL nwere kampụ na community bụ criminal. You are not ESM. You are not working for Biafra. You have nothing to do with IPOB. You have no mandate from him. You are a criminal. Also, can make never in his life come anybody long we hear long take over from him. In the chain of command of IPOB, Omega abolish in your deputy leadership. Omega abolish. Now, in the chain of command of IPOB, in a place like one in place, like the next person to take charge and control the struggle is whoever not in position as the head of Directorate of State. Yeah, HDOS. Nobody else. That has been the structure of IPOB. Osen Juno. Onu let claim on followers here. And again with this structure. Already banana to see long way he made ya take your charge. Osen Juno with a mental problem. Also can go Simon Eba, a member of IPOB. Simon Eba, although any day me go no macarono man can soon because on from him. If any lender whoever document here, opportunity play area, on a joy me how I'm going. And I'm in the best position. To even quote that one here and without consulting him. Because I know Simon Eba is not a member of IPOB. Simon Eba has no mandate from him to do anything. Or what mandate from him to do anything, fundraising, whatever nonsense all enough. Or what mandate from him to do? No mandate, nothing, or whatsoever. Also, IPOB members, so that criminals. They are disappointed in all of you. They are disappointed. Somebody also without consultation. See, there are form of Biafra government in exile. Under whose authorization? I ask for you, did you give this?
Sorry, Biafrans, network difficulties because of Nigeria anyway. So now, only see very clear. Simon Ebe will mandate from Oyendu. Only see him going to Lord DSS last sponsor Simon Eba. Now Simon Eba is being sponsored by the enemies of Biafra. Only mandate from him, and yes, stop war is affair for whatever. Let's stop here. The mandate. I confronted Onyisi today. See Onyendu. On when we about that criminal, that fraudster was in London. Si onwe ihe mere gị ya yuzu ya galiru take over from you. Onye isi na-eti mkpu. Onye isi na-eti mkpu. He has nothing, no mandate, nothing in common with him. Nothing. He's just being fraudster using his name. Using the name of IPOB, using the name of ESN. Very clear to me today. And Simon Amaneka watched this video. Only says somebody desist from using his name. For whatever reason, man. Stop using the name of IPOB. Stop using the name of ESN. You know nothing about these entities. Nothing. Because you're not a member of IPOB. You are not a member of IPOB. Also, this is the message also to you direct. And our people, they use autopilot to enable Abani. Only system that the payment day is coming. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. In the use of fear, like commit abomination, atrocities. Lalibo, in the name of Allah fighting for Biafra. What do you know about Biafra? Can you hear about IPOB? It shall have IPOB the King of Hanes and Igbo. More Igbo, you know, in Finland. IPOB is out for freedom of our people. And they work on Lucha. They work on Lucha. They got to get into Swang. They got to Swang. They walk in Finland. Not to Swang on Alibo. In Finland, not to Swang on Alibo. And you, we do to Simon Alibo. Only system go no. Eh? And some of you, are not happy with Onoma. Are not happy with Onoma. You know, maybe here jail prison or here jail DSA dungeon. They are abomination. They crime on that committed and live with here that place. I want to go to jail. All your son go. And everybody, all of you should stop using his name. If you want to do your own thing, commit the crime on your own. Stop using his name to do it. Stop it. Stop it. All of this nonsense on the member with the right person. All the men who person in your own one. All of that keep it here. But over the person here. A wakolu chakailaga, over the bundibo. Over the bundibo. Also, any single Igbo person involved in him. 3 countries we have also UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the 3 countries in America. Also, Malami, Abubakar Malami form one group la not. Putra. Announce a bounty. Listen, long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya. To kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, the people that are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fought for them and helped them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And the private jet we brought on here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent with that private jet. The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet. Only we are going to ban. Only Waki at the Himarian do. All your son going today. Only Bo. My politician, my businessman, they involved in him and kidnap them on this like Kenya. Oh, just since you know. Also, I'm going to have a bit of Tandibo. Only Bundibo. Also, Mojono. Oh, my,
ọkwụrụ n'ime ahịa.
Okay, continue.
Ụmụ nwaanyị na-ere ọkwụrụ n'ime ahịa gara mee ataki omere unu gịnị? O nwere mgbe ya ji kwuo si mbelesi kachon laafịa. Lia le were DOS iwe because of Lia say stop it at home. Have I stop immediately? No, you le were iwe. Then when I continue let me sit at home. Open the announcement omere. Ozili no lezi fanye jofo singuru no si fanye lezi ifanye jofo lezi bozi yazri. Ozi aloye ejumako lezi bozi yawazri. Ozi barisa maswelo obara lezi bozi yawazri. Ozi barisa Chukwuemeka ejofo lezi bozi yawa bonye ndusri. Onwere nke bụ forgery. Ihe na agwụnụ today bụ all of you ebe mmiri si bido wee gala agbarụ mmiri lunu na-eso a criminal na Finland. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ ya dụrụ happy with all of you. And all of you that bastard na-enye ọda ele-emesi kacha ụnụ na be anyị. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ ya chọrọ ịbụ ụnụ ọnụ. Ụnụ retrace steps ụnụ. Retrace steps. IPOB.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening from Abuja, the Nigerian capital. I greet you all, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, the lovers of freedom. My name is Benjamin Madubu. I am an IPOB member. I was part of those that was in detention with our leader Mazi Kanu in Kuje prison, from DSS dungeon to Kuje prison between 2015 to 2018. That is when I got my freedom. Now, I went to visit our leader today. Finally, I succeeded in meeting him one-on-one. I met the great man, the prophet of our time, the greatest man that God have created in Alibo. That is Nnamdi Kanu. A man of wisdom, a man of integrity. I sat with him. Today, he blessed me. In fact, I'm happy to receive the blessing from this exceptional human being. I glorify God, the creator of heaven and earth, Chukwu Okike Abiama, for giving us this gift as Onigbo. Nnamdi Kanu is a special gift. Special gift. In the next 100 years, there will be none like him. He's a great man. Upon all the stumbling blocks, today I succeeded in meeting him. I bless today. And I thank our able barrister, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, for making it possible. Today is a new day. Now, I will go to our mother tongue in Igbo language to speak to our people. Makase ndebe anyị soro onye fụrụ ọjị gbara ya nkụ maka na adịghị arịa ọjị pada. Ọ ihe mere taa. Mela walida nwere anyị kpara ezigbo nkata today. Ọ gwakwana m ebe ya bụ ibu si anyị ya. Ọkwa anyị nwala asịla anyị bụ his followers. Ọkwa anyị nwa le claim la anyị chọrọ Biafra to liberate our people. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ.
ọkwa ndị Igbo ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ ke bụ okwu ma gwa ụnụ Chinela fridge is a reality. Onye ndị usiri m ozi ka nzi ụnụ Number 1 bụ ndị na-eji afa ya nwa eme fundraising, ndị na-eyuzu IPOB eme fundraising, ndị na-eyuzu ESL eme fundraising. Onye isi ese ngwa ụnụ kwụsị, ụnụ emebizili ihe ndị mmadụ ji ọbara ha wee kwụ ụgwọ for past 10 years. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ, especially ndị a na-emesi catcom, ndị a na-egbu ndebe anyị, ndị a na-ana moto lee kidnap ndị Igbo la-anara ha ransom, la-anara ndị Igbo moto na-egburisi na-ere bypass. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra. Ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra because eze na-aghọrị ndị ọlachi ebe ajọ eze. Ị gaghị abịasị n'ile azọ ndebe anyị ndụ, ị ga na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akọmitugo sacrilege, arụ, abomination. If I before the preach na radio Biafra from beginning, ụbọchị ọbụla ọbara onye Igbo gbara ala, I forget ya because of Biafra, I forget ya Biafra. Ọ sị nju ụnụ meseji niile o nyere ụnụ for 10 years, ọ pụtara ụnụ aghọta ya bụ meseji. Kee ka anyị ga-esi mepe ụzọ, mepere ndị iro ụzọ, ndị iro abataba anyị na-eme nke sọrọ ha. Onye isi isi ka ngwa ụnụ adịkwa ama ihe ama la the whole people nọ na detention na DSS headquarters, la ndebe anyị dị 80% in the whole population ihe nọ ya. Ka ihe ka ọsọrọ ya dozu ji afọ ya atụ asị, dozu la na moto na-ekenapụ ndị Igbo, ndị na-ekpe ikpe ala, ndị na-ekpe ikpe kọmuniti, ndị ga-emepesi akampụ n'ime kọmuniti n'ala Igbo, laza ESL, laza ụmụọma. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na the crime ụnụ na-commit law because of crime ụnụ na-commit ka ọ na-eme ndị Nigeria security forces bịaba anyị, ha na-amụkọsị ụmụazị youth, ụmụazị enweghị ihe ha mere na-aghachi na DSS headquarters because they want to prove to the government na ha na-arụ ọrụ. Ma ụnụ nwebụ ndị na-commit ife a, ha dị afọ ụnụ. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ akwụsịghị na egbe eluigwe ga-agbagbusi ụnụ ncha. Lee na-ekpere ndebe anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndebe anyị ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị Igbo ekpere the whole Biafra 7 times every day. Lee achọ ịbụ ụnụ ọnụ, ụnụ wepụ aka onwe n'ofe before ọwa aka mmadụ. Okay, sorry my people, sorry. You know, all of the network Nigeria to all of them. Now, onye isi ka ngwa ụnụ, onye ọbụla nọ n'ime community laza ESL, na-ekpe ikpe ala, na-aga ekpe ikpe dịrị family, na-ekpe ikpe dị na nwunye, na-ekpe ikpe obodo, ikpe dịrị ndị eze na ndị ichie n'obodo. Onye sị ya bụ ESL agala ekpe. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na onye ọbụla nọ na community sịrị ya bụ ESM nwere kampụ na community bụ criminal. You are not ESM, you are not working for Biafra, you have nothing to do with IPOB, you have no mandate from him, you are a criminal.
Also can make mara. Like never in his life. Come make a run by anybody. Long we hear Maria. Long will take over from him. In the chain of command of IPOB, Omega abolish in your deputy leadership. Omega abolish. Now, in the chain of command of IPOB, in a place like you are not in place, like the next person to take charge and control the struggle is whoever not in position as the head of Directorate of State, yeah, HDOS. Nobody else. That has been the structure of IPOB. Osin Juno, onu let claim onu bu followers here. And again with this structure, already banana to see long we hear Maria ya take your charge. Osin Juno mune with a mental problem. Also can go Simon Eba, a member of IPOB. Simon Eba, although any day may go to Macaronoma, Mama can soon use because only from him. If any lend a web document here, or to a play area, when I join me, how I'm going. And I'm in the best position to even go down here and I want without consulting him. Because I know Simon Eba is not a member of IPOB. Simon Eba has no mandate from him to do anything. Or what mandate from him to do anything, fundraising, whatever nonsense all enough. Or what mandate from him to do? No mandate, nothing, or whatsoever. Also, IPOB members, so that criminals, they are disappointed in all of you. They are disappointed. Somebody also without consultation. See, there are form Biafra government in exile. Under whose authorization? I ask for you, did you give this?
Sorry, Biafrans. Network difficulties because of Nigeria anyway. So now, only see made it very clear. Simon Eba will get the mandate from Oyendu. Only see him going to Lord DSS last sponsor Simon Eba. Now Simon Eba is being sponsored by the enemies of Biafra. On any mandate from him, and yes, stop war is affair for whatever. Let's stop war. The any mandate. I confronted Onyisi today. See Onyendu. On when we about that criminal, that fraudster that in landed. See on we ya Galiru take over from you. Only say let him. Only say let him. He has nothing, no mandate, nothing in common with him. Nothing. He's just being fraudster using his name. Using the name of IPOB, using the name of ESN. They're very clear to me today. And Simon Amaneka watch this video. Only say somebody desist from using his name. For whatever man. Stop using the name of IPOB. Stop using the name of ESN. You know nothing about these entities. Nothing. Because you're not a member of IPOB. You are not a member of IPOB. Also, this is the message also to you direct. And our people, if they use autopilot to enable Abani, only system that the payment day is coming. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. You will pay for it. In the use of fear, black committed abomination, atrocities. Lalibo, in the name of Allah, fighting for Biafra. What do you know about Biafra? Can you hear about IPOB? It shall have IPOB the Kenyan Hanes and Dibo. mo Igbo yi no ile bela Finland. IPOB abo ihe na-ejiri isi agụ. IPOB is out for freedom of our people. And egwu akọluche. Egwu akọluche. Ị gaghị aga ịdụsụ ahụ, ị ga-adụsụ ahụ Igbo, ị nọ na Finland na-adụsụ ahụ n'ala Igbo. Ị nọ na Finland na-adụsụ ahụ n'ala Igbo. And you ụmụ iji otu a na-eso Simon Ekpa n'ala Igbo, onye isi ngwa ụnụ. Unu ekwela ka ya bụ unu ọnụ. Unu ekwela ka ya bụ unu ọnụ. And some of you ma njem a ọ dọrọ happy with unu. Ọ dọrọ happy with unu. Ihe unu na-eme bụ ihe eji na prison. Ọ ihe eji na JSA dungeon. Their abomination. The crime unu na-commit na Igbo bụ ihe eji that place. I want to touch here. All your son, and everybody, all of you should stop using his name. If you want to do your own thing, commit the crime on your own. Stop using his name to do it. Stop it. Stop it. All of this nonsense on the member the right person. All the men person in your own one. Oh, that keep it here. But over the person here. A Wakolucha Kailaga, over the Bundibo. Over the Bundibo. Also, any single Igbo person involved in him. 3 countries we have also UK, Nigeria, and Kenya. This is the 3 countries in America. Also, Malami form one group la not. Putra announce for bounty. Listen, Yawaboyendu. Long back concluded with that plan. That was when they concluded that plan to arrest him in Kenya. To kidnap him, not even arrest, to kidnap him. UK, Nigeria, and the Kenya, they people are responsible for what happened to him. And they deceived Kenya. In the document they give to Kenya, they write it Nigerian citizen. They never mention British citizen in the document. That's why Kenya fall for them and help them to commit the crime against humanity on him. And the private jet will be here. Also that private jet law, one CIA agent in that private jet. The name of the private jet is Phoenix. Phoenix is the name of the private jet. The name is like the private jet. Only we are going to ban. Only waki at the Himarian do. Or your son going today. Only go. My politician, my businessman, they involved in him and kidnap them on this like Kenya. Oh, so since you know. Also, I'm going to have a bit of Tandibo. Only Mundibo. Also,
okay, continue.
Because of stop sit at home. How about stop immediately? No, you know where he went. Then I continue to sit at home. Upon the announcement from it. Ozili no lazy fanya jo for single lazy fanya jo for lazy bosi yazri. Ozi alo ye jumako lazy bosi yawazri. Ozi barista Maswell obara lazy bosi yawazri. Ozi barista Chukwemeka jo for lazy bosi yawabo nyendusri. Onwere nke bụ forgery. Ihe na agwụnụ today bụ all of you ebe mmiri si bido wee gala agbado mmiri lunu leso a criminal at Finland. Also ngwono ya doro happy with all of you. And all of you that bastard le nyoda ele mesita chona bani. Also ngwono ya chi ibu no onu retrace steps on. Retrace steps. IPOB.
Good evening, Biafrans. Good evening from Abuja, the Nigerian capital.
I greet you all, Biafrans, friends of Biafrans, the lovers of freedom. My name is Benjamin Nnamdi. I am an IPOB member. I was part of those that was in detention with our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kuje prison, from DSS dungeon to Kuje prison between 2015 to 2018. That is when I got my freedom. Now, I went to visit our leader today. Finally, I succeeded in meeting him one-on-one. I met the great man, the prophet of our time, the greatest man that God have created in Alibo. That is Nnamdi Kanu. A man of wisdom, a man of integrity. I sat with him today. He blessed me. In fact, I'm happy to receive the blessing from this exceptional human being. I glorify God, the creator of heaven and earth, for giving us this gift as Onigbo. Nnamdi Kanu is a special gift. Special gift. In the next 100 years, there will be none like him. He's a great man. Upon all the stumbling blocks, today I succeeded in meeting him. I bless today. And I thank our able barrister, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, for making it possible. Today is a new day. Now, I will go to our mother tongue in Igbo language to speak to our people. Makase ndebe anyị soro onye furu ọjị gbara ya nkụ maka na adịghị ọjị pata. Ọ ihe mere taa. Mela walida nwere anyị kpara ezigbo nkata today. Ọ gwakwana m ebe ya bụ ibu si anyị ya. Ọkwa anyị nwala asịla anyị bụ his followers. Ọkwa anyị nwa le claim la anyị chọrọ Biafra to liberate our people. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi. Ọkwa anyị nwa ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ọkwa ndị Igbo ji onye isi ebe ọ nọ. Ke bụ okwu ma gwa ụnụ. Chinela fridge is a reality. Onye nduziri m ozi ka nzi ụnụ. Number 1 bụ ndị na-eji afa ya nwa eme fundraising. Ndị na-eyuzu IPOB eme fundraising. Ndị na-eyuzu ESN eme fundraising. Onye isi ese ngwa ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ kwụsị. Ụnụ emebizili ihe ndị mmadụ ji ọbara ha wee kwụ ụgwọ for past 10 years. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ, especially ndị ala emesi catcom, ndị ala egbu ndebe anyị, ndị a na-ana moto lee kidnap ndị Igbo la-anara ha ransom, la-anara ndị Igbo moto la-egburisi la-ere bypass. Ọ sị ngwa ụnụ na ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra. Ụnụ adịghị awụ ọkụ for Biafra. because eze na-aghọrị ndị ọlachi ebe ajọ eze. Ị gaghị abịasị n'ịla achọ ịla azọ ndebe anyị ndụ. Ị ga na-egbu ndebe anyị. Ọ sị ngwa unu na unu akọmitugo sacrilege, arụ, abomination. If I be for the preach na radio Biafra from beginning, ụbọchị ọbụla ọbara onye Igbo gbara ala, I forget ya because of Biafra, I forget ya Biafra. Ọ sị nju unu meseji rile o nyere unu for 10 years. Ọ pụtara unu aghọta ya bụ meseji. Kee ka anyị ga-esi mepe ụzọ, mepere ndị iro ụzọ, ndị iro abataba anyị, na-eme nke sọrọ ha. Onye isi si ka ngwa unu adịkwa ama ihe ama. La the whole people nọ na detention na DSS headquarters. La ndebe anyị dị 80% in the whole population ihe nọ there. Ka ihe kọsụrụ ya. Dozu ji afọ ya atụ asị. Dozu la na moto na-ekenapụ ndị Igbo. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe ala. Ndị na-ekpe ikpe community. Ndị ga-emepesi akampụ n'ime community n'ala Igbo. Laza ESN. Laza ụmụọma. Also, la the crime on la commit. Lord, because of crime on la commit, call them the Nigerian security forces. Biabani, Hadiabani, Hala, Mukosu, Mazi, Yutu, or Mazi, working Hammer, like I to the DSS headquarters because they want to prove to the government that Hala. Mono open the la committee, Ifa. Hadiafon. Also, no na akwụsị gị na-egbe eluigwe ga-agbagbusi ụlọ ncha. Na-ekpere ndebe anya ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndebe anya ekpere 7 times every day. Ọ na-ekpere ndị Igbo ekpere Jehovah Biafra 7 times every day. Lee achọ ịbụ unu ọnụ unu wepụ aka onwe n'ofe before ọwa aka mmadụ. Okay, sorry my people, sorry. You know, all of my network Nigeria to all that. Now, only 6 can go on. On your Bonanolime community, Laza ESM, Lady Bala, La Gay Better family, Lady Better than Munye, Lady Ibe Obodo, Ibe Dirindes and Dichi Obodo. On your ESM. Agale bie. Also, on your la community still have ESM, like when I come for la community go a criminal. You are not ESM, you are not working for Biafra, you have nothing to do with IPOB, you have no mandate from him, you are a criminal. Also, can make on mother. La never in his life. Come and go by anybody. Long we hear Maria. Long will take over from him. In the chain of command of IPOB, Omega abolish in your deputy leadership. Omega abolish. Now, in the chain of command of IPOB, in a place like one in place, like the next person to take charge and control the struggle is whoever not in position as the head of Directorate of State, yeah, HDOS. Nobody else. That has been the structure of IPOB. Osen Juno, onu let claim on followers here. And again with this structure, already banned to see long we hear Maria ya take your charge. Osen Juno with a mental problem. Also can go Simon Eba, member of IPOB. Simon Eba. Although any day we go to Macaronoma, Mano can soon use bam. because from him. If any web document here, or to ne play here, when I join me, how I'm going. And I'm in the best position to even quote that one here without consulting him. Because I know Simon Eber is not a member of IPOB. Simon Eber has no mandate from him to do anything. Or what no mandate from him to do anything, fundraising, whatever nonsense all enough. Or what mandate from him to? No mandate, nothing, or whatsoever. Also, IPOB members, so that criminals, they are disappointed in all of you. They are disappointed. Somebody also without consultation. See, there are form of Biafra government in exile. Under whose authorization? I asked for this. Did you give this? Sorry, Biafrans. Network difficulties because of Nigeria anyway. So now, only see very clear. Simon Ebe mandate from Oyendu. Only see him going to Lord DSS that sponsor Simon Eba. Now Simon Eba is being sponsored by the enemies of Biafra. Any mandate from him, and yes, stop war is affair for whatever. Let's stop war. Any mandate. I confronted Onyisi today. See Onyendu. On when we that criminal, that fraudster was in London. See